Back here at Stiller Field for a beautiful day for baseball today. Bowling Green wraps up their 6-game homestand by facing off against Youngstown State. Falcons looking to get back on the winning track, while Youngstown State is looking to continue their recent success. Tyler Cavlitz alongside Sam Morse from the Falcon Media Sports Network here with you for this one. We'll get more into these two teams, Sam, but first, beautiful day for baseball. A little warmer than the last time we had a game here at Stiller Field.
Yeah, definitely a little warmer. There's a slight breeze here today, and it's a good day for baseball.
It definitely is. Right now, we are looking at about 46-degree weather, 15-mile-per-hour winds blowing towards right field. That'll be a big factor. We'll also get more into that here in this pregame show. But let's first look over at this Bowling Green team, because this is a Falcons team, Sam, that was riding an 11-game winning streak coming into the weekend series against Kent State. They fall to Kent State for over the 10th time in a row now. It's been since 2012 since they beat Kent State in a series. It's been a long time. You can do the math with that one. So the Falcons on a little bit of a low now. They're still first in the MAC in terms of winning percentage. That's not really a concern. They're 7-2 in the Mid-American Conference. They're 16-7 overall. But this Falcons team is looking to get back on the winning track before they head off to Central Michigan to battle the Chippewas this weekend.
Yeah, and just mentally, this would be a big game for them. Just like you said, just to get back and get a win here, hopefully. And especially when they're playing Central Michigan, the Chippewas have been red hot as well right now, jumping up to second place in the MAC. So, yeah, it'll be a big game for them just to kind of get their mental focus back and hopefully limit their pitching woes that they've had as of late.
And Youngstown State started the season pretty rocky. They're 4-18 overall, 2-4 in the Horizon League. But they have caught a little bit of steam recently. They have won 3 of their past 5 games. So they're not a team that you can overlook if you're Bowling Green.
Yeah, Bowling Green cannot overlook Youngstown State. We were talking in pregame. They played Purdue Fort Wayne last Tuesday, and they had 1 win coming into the game, and almost could have lost that game in that 19-8 shootout there. So this is a very similar situation this Tuesday. Like you said, Youngstown State's won 3 of the last 5, so definitely cannot overlook them. They've got a lot of good players on their team as well, so they just got to be ready to play today.
First-year head coach for Youngstown State. They are led by Trevor Charpy. He's having a rough start there over at Youngstown State, but Penguins look to be turning it around just a little bit. Youngstown State actually leads this all-time series. Today will be the 21st all-time meeting between the two teams. The Penguins lead the Falcons 13-7, but Bowling Green won the only meeting between the teams last season. They beat Youngstown State 12-9 right here at Stiller Field. So these teams are pretty familiar with each other, and Bowling Green's looking to continue the recent success over them. Youngstown State looking to continue the historic success over Bowling Green. It'll be the first of 2 matchups this season between the two teams. They'll face each other again on April 9th. That time it'll be over at Youngstown State. Looking over more at this Bowling Green team, Sam, what have you noticed from this team this season that's led to this great early success for the second year in a row?
Well, their offense has just been potent. Second in the MAC in average right now, 4th in home runs, and the most hits in the MAC right now. So their offense is definitely their strong suit right now. Their pitching started off the season really well, but they've kind of declined in the last couple of games. So the pitching's definitely got to get better, especially starting pitching.
Yeah, you bring up starting pitching. We'll get more into the starters. A non-traditional starter for Bowling Green today. There's your hint. But with this Bowling Green team, what have you seen in the starting pitching over the past few games, especially that Kent State series? And does that worry you a little bit with these recent trends? What do you want to see from this squad going forward?
Well, they're giving up at least 8 runs 5 games in a row just as a team in total. So the starting pitching's definitely got to be better. And like we were talking about, they play Central Michigan next. They've been a team that has been surprisingly really good so far through the first couple weeks of MAC play. So this game will be, I think, really big for them mentally just to get back on track and get their pitching to where it's supposed to be, because that really is their only downfall right now. They've had great defense, great hitting, and their starting pitching's just been a little rough as of late. Like we were talking about earlier, they gave out 20 runs to Kent State in that one loss. So this would be a big test to see how they can perform against the Penguins today.
Yeah, you mentioned the 8 runs allowed in 5 straight. It's a 19-18 win over Purdue Fort Wayne, an 11-9 win over Dayton, an 11-10 win over Kent State, and then, like you mentioned, the 20-4 loss to the Golden Flashes in 7 innings, and then on Sunday, the 9-6 loss to Kent State. You talked about the offense. It's another high-powered offense for Kyle Halleck and the Falcons for the second straight year. There's a lot of guys who are getting hot right now on this Bowling Green team. Which players stick out to you the most that you're looking for a big game out of them here today?
Well, I think TJ Tackett's has just been on fire as of late. His average has jumped up almost 30 points in the last couple games. He's at 328 right now. And he's also hit 3 home runs over the last week. So he's a big player, especially in that leadoff spot that I really expect to have another big game today. And also Caden Parker has also been in the 2 spot right now. He's been a good player, especially from the plate discipline side. He's got 14 walks. So when you got your 2 best players on getting base on balls at the first and second spot in the order, I think that's huge and kind of setting the tone and maybe getting the pitch count up of the Youngstown State pitcher today.
Looking over at Youngstown State, like I mentioned, 4-18 overall, 2-4 in the Horizon League. What sticks out to you when looking over at this Penguin squad that's struggled to begin the season?
Well, their offense is kind of the exact opposite of what we were just talking about with Bowling Green. 263 as an average for Youngstown State. That's third in the Horizon League. And overall, their power hitting has just been a little bit down. So those are kind of some of the weaknesses. And then very similar to Purdue Fort Wayne's team, their defense has not been good either. They have 35 errors, which is 5th only ahead of Purdue Fort Wayne in the Horizon League. So those are some of their weaknesses, but probably their biggest strength I saw when looking at their roster this over the last couple of days is that they really limit the home run ball as a pitching staff. They only have given up 17 home runs this year, which is first in the Horizon League, and that'll be a very interesting part in this game because Bowling Green has just been on fire and hitting the long ball as of late.
They definitely have. Before we get into some of these batting orders and starting pitchers for each of the teams, what are going to be your keys to the game for Bowling Green and Youngstown State if either team wants to come out with a win here at Stellar Field today?
Well, my biggest key to the game is what I just talked about right there. BG's recent power surge versus Youngstown State limiting power type of pitching. Bowling Green has 30 home runs, which is 4th in the MAC, like we said earlier. So that's just a really interesting part of this game because something's got to give between those 2 components in the game. And then another key to the game is that on the opposite side, both teams have struck out a lot when hitting this season. So Bowling Green has 191 strikeouts. Youngstown State has 221 strikeouts, which is dead last in the Horizon League. They also have 3 players that are top 10 in the Horizon League in strikeouts. So both teams are really struggling in kind of putting the ball in place sometimes. So that's another key to the game that I think if Youngstown State wants to win, they're going to need to limit the strikeouts against a really good offensive team in Bowling Green.
Good stuff. It'll definitely be interesting to see how it all plays out between the 2 teams. Time for the batting orders for both of these squads. For the Youngstown State Penguins, they will be led off by Kyle Fossum. He is a senior designated hitter. He is their main power threat on this team. He's someone you're going to want to keep an eye on as we go on throughout this game. We'll get more into him. He's been an absolute machine this season. Tommy Rover bats second. He's over at third base, a senior. He is a switch hitter for the Penguins. Then it's Braden Curriger. Curriger is a junior center fielder. He bats third. Cole Smith bats fourth. He's the senior second baseman. Nathan Beckley bats fifth, sophomore first baseman. Garrett Cutting bats sixth, junior shortstop. Batting seventh is Brady Shannon, a sophomore right fielder. Eli Brown bats eighth, a senior left fielder. And Caleb Hadley rounds out the batting order. He is a freshman catcher batting ninth. Brandon Mikos on the mound for Youngstown State. We'll get into more of the starters when they take the mounds to their respective teams. For Bowling Green, lineup switched up just a little bit. Garrett Wright out of the lineup today for the Falcons. He got a little banged up in the last game on Sunday. Kyle Halleck said he was day-to-day after that game, so probably going to expect to see him back in the lineup against Central Michigan this weekend. We'll have to wait and see, but he is not going to be in the game today for the Falcons. For Bowling Green, they'll be led off once again by TJ Tackett's. He's flourished since he's gone in that leadoff position. He is a left-hander and a sophomore center fielder. Caden Parker moves up to the 2 spot. First time in that 2-hole this season, senior right fielder for the Falcons. DJ Newman, his usual spot, third in the lineup, junior designated hitter. Brady Birchmeyer, also that usual cleanup spot. He is a sophomore first baseman. batting fourth for the Falcons. Batting fifth is Sam Seidel, junior second baseman. Coop McKenzie bats sixth, a junior catcher. Gavin Gannon batting seventh, senior left fielder. Batting eighth is Braden Curlis. He gets the start, freshman at third baseman. And then rounding out the order for the Falcons, batting ninth is Gunnar Antillion, the senior shortstop. Nate Kress gets the start on the mound for Bowling Green. What sticks out to you about both those lineups?
Well, you mentioned Braden Curlis. It's just his third start of the season. Excuse me. So
third
that's
start of his collegiate career as well.
Yeah, as a freshman. So Curlis will be interesting to see him in the 8th spot there. But something that sticks out to me is, as you mentioned, Bowling Green's lineup, besides that, really not changing much, besides McKenzie coming in to catch for right. So Curlis and McKenzie are something that sticks out to me for Bowling Green. And then for Youngstown State, like you were talking about, Fossum, we'll get into him very soon in the game as he will be leading off the game. He has just been, arguably the best player in the Horizon League, and probably objectively. He has just been leading almost every category offensively for the Penguins and for the Horizon League itself. So he is someone that you should definitely be watching out for if you're Bowling Green. He reminds me a little bit of how Justin Osterhaus for Purdue Fort Wayne hit 3 home runs to start the game in those first 4 innings. So
very, very similar players there.
Yeah, so very dangerous player for the Penguins, and someone that Bowling Green definitely has to watch out for leading off the game.
We will take a quick break here as the coaches are meeting a home plate. National anthem just a few moments away. When we come back here at Stellar Field, we will have first pitch between the Bowling Green Falcons and the Youngstown State Penguins right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Welcome back to the Dog Show. Up next, we have Satchmo. Satchmo is a member of the Shelter Pet Group.
That's right, a group known especially for their couch-snuggling, ball-chasing, face-licking, and, of course, companionship. Now, let's see him in action.
Look how he makes eye contact with his person.
That's actually known as the treat stare.
How intuitive, and now he appears to be excitedly turning in circles.
Ah, the happy dance so common with this group.
But really, the best way to know an amazing shelter pet like Satchmo is to meet one.
Visit theshelterpetproject.org today. Adopt.
Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
What is dedication?
My daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion. I tell her every day that your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. And if there's anything better than being smart, it's being kind. And reaffirming that every day is our method of making sure her chin never drops.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
Ugh, what are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
What are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. It's been a long time since we've had an adventure in the forest.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
You're right. I should get out.
Yeah, the forest is not that far away.
Hey, Mom!
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
BG Authors is a campus organization dedicated to highlighting authors connected to the university. BGSU has produced some amazing authors, including Beth Macy, James Baldwin, and Tim Conway, to name a few. Visit bgauthors.com and subscribe to the blog that regularly updates on new releases, classics, non-BGSU authors, and other features such as book versus movie. That's BG Authors at bgauthors.com.
For all BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN and head over to BGFalconMedia.com.
It certainly is a big radio.
It's a very big radio.
A big, fluffy radio.
A very big, fluffy radio.
Where's the blues? Some radio stations give you a lot less blues on a big, fluffy show.
Where's the blues?
At the Blues Breakfast, we serve up a show we modestly call a single. And the Blues Breakfast show plays more blues than the Whopper or the Big Mac. On the Blues Breakfast, you get more blues with less fluff. So tune in to 88.1 every Saturday morning from 10 till 2.
Where's the blues?
I don't think anybody's in there.
Hi, I'm Taylor Green, and I'm a defender on the BGSU women's soccer team. And the 4 places that I want to visit are Greece, Italy, France, and Thailand, mainly just to see the different places and try different foods.
You are listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on BGFalconMedia.com. Back here at Stellarfield, moments away from first pitch between BGSU and Youngstown State. Once again, the defensive positioning for Bowling Green. The Falcons will have Nate Kress on the mound, Cooper McKenzie behind the plate. That'll be the battery for the Falcons. Brady Birchmeyer over at first, Sam Seidel at second, Gunnar Antillian at short. Braden Curlis gets the start over at third. Outfield left to right, Gavin Gannon, TJ Tackett's, Caden Parker. Michael Schultz is behind home plate. Pete Peterson is our first base umpire, and Stephen Miller is the third base umpire for today's game. Right now, the weather in Bowling Green, currently 47 degrees. That's about the warmest we'll expect it to get today. And there are 14-mile-per-hour winds that are blowing to right field, so should be a fairly good day for left-handers here today, Sam.
Yeah, Bowling Green's just got 2 of them in the starting lineup today with Seidel and Tackett. But Youngstown State also has 2 lefties with Smith and Beckley.
Tommy Rover, also a switch hitter, can go to that left side if he wants to.
Yeah, so expect him probably, depending on who's pitching, could be over there as well. So limited in the left-handed bats, but they will be affected going out to right field today for sure.
Interesting starter for the Falcons today is Nate Kress. Carson Silva has started a few of these midweek games, but he, of course, had to pitch on Saturday against Kent State. So Nate Kress gets the start. Kress is a redshirt freshman right-hander, 6'3", 200, from Weston, Ohio. Attended Bowling Green High School. He's 2-0 this season. This will be his first start and his 10th appearance overall. He has a .450 ERA. He's pitched in 14 innings, 14 strikeouts, 7 walks, 8 runs allowed, 7 of which are earned. 4 doubles and 3 home runs hit off him. Opponents batting .286.
It'll be interesting for Kress today, as you said, his first start. 14 strikeouts hopefully will bode well for him as he's going up against, like we were talking about, the leading strikeout team for the Horizon League in Youngstown State.
Kyle Fossum leading things off for Youngstown State in the box. Fossum has been incredible here this season for the Penguins. Kress, his first pitch of the day, down low for a ball, and we are underway here at Stellarfield. First pitch a few minutes after the 3 p.m. scheduled start at 3:04. Kress from the windup, his 1-0. Fastball on the outside corner for strike, 1-1. Fossum this season batting .470. He leads Youngstown State in batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, and OPS. Kress's 1-1 pitch, off speed, catches the zone. Count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, not only does he is he leading Youngstown State in all those categories, but he's also leading the entire Horizon League in average slugging percentage, on-base percentage, hits, doubles, and home runs. So he is a force to be reckoned with at the top of this Penguins lineup.
He leads them in basically everything you can think of. Add OPS to that. It's pretty incredible. He is also third in runs batted in, fifth in runs, and sixth in walks drawn. Went 8 for 14 over the weekend as he looks at this off-speed in the dirt. As you mentioned, they faced Purdue Fort Wayne. Lost that series, won just 1 out of 3 against the Mastodons. Fossum had 5 runs scored, 4 runs batted in, 4 doubles and a home run over the weekend. Kress is 2-2, misses outside. Count runs full to 3-2.
Yeah, he's missed every pitch that he's thrown the ball to the outside part of the plate here, so he's thrown a little bit across his body so far to start the game.
Kress working from the windup. His payoff pitch. This swung on, driven out, fairly deep right center field. Going back is Tackett and Parker. They're going to look up, and it's over the right field wall. A leadoff home run for Kyle Fossum to put Youngstown State up early.
Well, not exactly surprised after all the talk we were saying earlier. That's his 9th home run of the year in just the 23rd game for the Penguins. He has been an absolute beast for them this season.
That wind just carrying it. Anything hit towards right field will probably do what we just saw here from the press box. And Kyle Fossum gets this Youngstown State offense going early. Very reminiscent to Osterhaus and what we were talking about with Purdue Fort Wayne in that pregame show. First pitch to Tommy Rover. Fastball catches the outside corner for a strike.
And that Fossum swing, just a great swing. That was an inside part of the plate pitch, and as a righty, he just went opposite field with that.
4th home run allowed this season by Kress. This one swung on and fouled off to the right side. So Kress has Rover down in the count, 0-2. Tommy Rover, switch hitter, batting from the left side here. He is a redshirt senior infielder from Brentwood, California. Spent the past 3 seasons at Fresno Pacific University. This pitch misses down and outside for a ball, 1-2. He was named first team All-Pac West at Fresno Pacific. Batting .293 this season. The 1-2 pitch from Nate Kress. Down and outside once again. Count goes even to 2-2.
Yeah,
Rover 3 for 11 over the weekend.
Sorry, I was going to say, if you're Kress right now, you got to really just regroup after giving up that leadoff home run, and you can't worry too much about it. It's over in the past now, so you got to go against Rover here.
His 2-2 pitch line down the right side, past the diving Brady Birchmeyer at first base, and that's going to be a single for Tommy Rover. Penguins offense wasting no time here today.
Yeah, back-to-back really good swings here for Youngstown State to start off this game. That was a rocket down the line there, and Birchmeyer just a little bit of a late reaction there, got right underneath his glove into right field.
It'll bring up Braden Kurger. Kurger, junior outfielder, 6'1", 195, from Gonzales, Louisiana. Played the past 2 seasons at Nichols. One thing you were talking to me off-air was how many transfers this Youngstown State team has, and it's quite a few.
Yeah, it's almost their entire starting lineup.
First pitch by Kress, beautiful off-speed right down the middle for a strike. He's gotten ahead of the past 2 batters in Rover and Kurger after the leadoff home run by Fossum. Rover stands at first after a single in the last at-bat. Pickoff attempt here, and they got him. Rover was leading off, trying to get a bigger lead, leaning. Nate Kress saw it, turned over to first, and got him.
Really big lead over there at first base by Rover. And as Kress got into his set position, he took another kind of like half step over there at first base, and he just went around and picked him off.
Caught him leaning, trying to get a bigger lead. Big swing and a miss on the off-speed by Kurger. And Kress has him down in the count, 0-2. Second straight batter, Kress has gone behind in the count, 0-2. Kurger batting .301 this season, currently riding an 8-game hitting streak, batting .424 over that span. This fastball misses up high. Batting 14 for 33 over that span with 15 runs batted in, 2 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs in the past 8 games. The 1-2 pitch from Nate Kress, off speed, couldn't get Kurger the chase outside, so the count goes even to 2-2.
Yeah, Kurger's been a really good second offensive option for Youngstown State behind Fossum, hitting in that 3 spot here. As you were talking about, he's been red hot as of late as well.
Kress from the windup, the 2-2 pitch swung on and lofted into right field. That'll fall in front of Caden Parker. Another single for Youngstown State. All three of the first batters for the Penguins have reached base safely.
Well, Tyler, I feel like Caden Parker might get some action out there in right field today. That last swing there by Kruger, I did not think it was going to go that far into towards the line in right field, and it really tailed off the end of the bat there for Kruger for a base hit.
It really is pretty amazing how much the wind has an effect and how big of a factor it is for every home game here at Stellar Field for Bowling Green. Cole Smith steps into the box, the cleanup hitter for Youngstown State. First pitch to him, off speed, in there for a strike. Third batter in a row, Nate Kress has gone ahead of. Cole Smith played last season at UT Martin, previously played at Lurleen B. Wallace Community College. The 0-1 pitch by Nate Kress just misses low and outside for a ball, 1-1.
Pretty good spot there by Kress on the ball there, but it just barely missed the knees.
Cole Smith, one of the two back-to-back left-handers in the lineup for Youngstown State. Runner is off as this one crushed over to the right side. But that's going to drift foul. Absolutely hammered to the right side. A moonshot just goes foul. And Braden Kruger will have to retreat back 90 feet to first base after attempting the steal on the pitch.
The Penguins are all over Kress right now through the first four hitters. That was, like you said, an absolute moonshot there into the trees. Just right at the foul pole.
First time Kress has been in a situation starting like this in his career. Runner does not go in this pitch. It's down and outside for a ball. Count goes even to 2-2. Nathan Beckley, another left-hander on deck for Youngstown State. Just one out here, top of the first. Penguins up 1-0 after a leadoff home run by Kyle Fossum. Runner on first. The 2-2 pitch by Nate Kress. Off speed, got him. Beautiful pitch by Nate Kress. Sends Cole Smith down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Just froze him an off-speed right down the middle.
His off-speed's looking really good so far today, Tyler. Just buckled Smith there, right down the middle, like you said, and it's coming in at a right-hander's head right now and then dipping back over the middle of the plate. So his off-speed's been looking pretty good so far.
Beautiful 2-2 pitch there by the redshirt freshman for Bowling Green. Nathan Beckley taking his time to get into the box. Doesn't get in the box until there's 12 seconds on the pitch clock. Nate Kress working from the stretch. Pickoff attempt over at first. Not as good as his first one that caught Tommy Rover. Back in time is Braden Kruger. Nathan Beckley, this season, a redshirt sophomore, is batting .305, third best mark on this Youngstown State team. Fastball catches the outside corner for a strike to start the at-bat. Beckley played the past 2 seasons at Golden West College after he was a redshirt as a freshman at San Francisco State. Runner is off as Kress's pitch down and inside. There is a check swing, and it's going to be called a strike at home plate and then an appeal down to Stephen Miller. And he also says that Beckley went around. So the count is 0-2. It will be a stolen base for Braden Kruger as there was no throw on the pitch by Coop McKenzie. It was down and inside. He kind of had to slide over to prevent it going from the backstop. Had no chance to get a throw off there. Great pitch to steal on by Kruger. The 0-2 pitch down and low for a ball for Kruger. That is his 6th stolen base of the season. Moves into sole first place for this Youngstown State team, breaking a 3-way tie between the Penguins. Kress still working from the stretch here. The right-hander's 1-2 pitch, off speed, dribble to the right side, but foul. So we'll do it again at 1-2.
Beckley's got a interesting routine. Mentioned it in the first pitch of the at-bat. He waits till about 15 to 12 seconds on the shot clock, or the game clock.
Still in basketball mode over there.
And the game clock, and then he goes into the box. Like currently right now, there's 12 seconds on the game clock before he gets in and steps into the actual batter's box.
The 1-2 pitch from Kress once again. Fastball. It's swung on and dribbled over to Sam Seidel at second. He'll throw over to Birchmeyer at first for the third out of the inning, but not before Youngstown State strikes first. They have a leadoff home run by Kyle Fossum to put them up 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. Bowling Green coming up to bat for the first time today. When we come back right here at Stellar Field, you're listening to BGSU Baseball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Time now for your WBGU community calendar. Saturday, March 29th is Ladies' Day with pickleball in the BGSU Epler South Gym from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Going on all April long, it's the 5th annual Easter egg scavenger hunt at the Wood County Museum. Kids can find all 10 egg signs and collect the clues all around the museum grounds to win a prize. This is a free community event. And in celebration of the Wood County District Public Library's 150th birthday, it's the Books with Friends discussion. This book club takes place every month. The book for April 17th is The Secret Lives of Booksellers and Librarians by James Patterson and Matt Eversman. I'm Nate. That's a look at what's happening around the community on Northwest Ohio's community station, WBGU 88.1 FM. BGSU Women's Golf heads south to Georgia State Intercollegiate on Sunday, March 23rd through Tuesday, March 25th. Falcon Media Sports Network's Sean Connolly will have a recap on bgfalconmedia.com.
Back here at Stellar Field, we head to the bottom of the first. Youngstown State up 1-0 early after the leadoff home run by Kyle Fossum in the top of the first. Once again, the batting order for Bowling Green today: TJ Tackett, Caden Parker, DJ Newman, Brady Birchmeyer, Sam Seidel, Coop McKenzie, Gavin Gannon, Braden Curlis, and Gunnar Antillion. The pitcher for Youngstown State is going to be Brandon Mikos. Mikos on the season is 1-1 with a 10.43 ERA, 14 2/3 innings pitched. This will be his 6th appearance, 3rd start. 14 strikeouts, 10 walks, 6 doubles, and 2 home runs hit off him. Opponent's batting .371. He's a redshirt junior right-hander, 6'4", 205, from Canfield, Ohio. Went to South Range High School. His first pitch, the TJ Tackett, down and inside for a ball. Count starts off 1-0. Mikos was the 2021 Ohio High School D3 co-pitcher of the year, as this one hit fairly deep right field by TJ Tackett. Going back is Shannon. It's over his head and into the trees. A leadoff home run by TJ Tackett knocks us all up at 1 here in the bottom of the first. Tackett stays hot in the leadoff spot for Bowling Green.
Well, so far our entire pregame predictions are coming true. Both leadoff hitters hitting absolute bombs to start off the game. Tackett has been on fire. He had no home runs going into last Tuesday's game against Purdue Fort Wayne when he hit that leadoff home run, and he's got 4 in the last week. He has been absolutely crushing the ball lately for Bowling Green.
First player to hit a home run to begin the game since March 18th against Purdue Fort Wayne by TJ Tackett. And this one dribbled down the first base line by Caden Parker, gets past a diving Beckley, I should say, over there at first, and it'll be a single for Caden Parker. So BG repeating what Youngstown State did in the top of the first, back-to-back hits to begin the game by the Falcons, and that brings up DJ Newman. Newman, another incredible season for him, for BG so far, batting .405, the second-best mark on this Falcons team. The preseason first-team All-American as a two-way player. Newman, big swing and a miss at the off-speed by Mikos. Mikos, a star high school pitcher, has had a little trouble this season. Pickoff attempt over there at first, not on time. Caden Parker back in there, diving head first. Last time on the mound for Mikos was March 18th against Mercyhurst. He picked up the win in 4 innings of work as he delivers to Newman. Off speed for the second straight pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right side by DJ. Count goes to 0-2. Mikos pitched 4 innings in the win against Mercyhurst. allowed 3 runs, 6 hits, a walk, and struck out 4, giving up 2 doubles and a wild pitch across 75 pitches. Mikos has Newman down the count 0-2. Another pickoff attempt over there for Parker. He's back in time, diving head first. Caden Parker this season is 4 for 6 on the base pass. Not the biggest steal threat over there, not the biggest guy either, 5'8", 169. Mikos from the stretch, the right-hander's 0-2 pitch to Newman. Fastball up high, and now a throw over by the catcher, Hadley, and that gets past Beckley at first, couldn't handle it, and Caden Parker is going to advance to second. So all that work to keep him at first, and Caden Parker ends up at second either way.
Yeah, good idea by Hadley for Youngstown State behind the dish, backpicking Parker there. He was way off the bag, but just a poor throw, didn't really set his feet, and it bounced almost over the right shoulder of Beckley, one-hopping him and going behind him into the outfield grass.
Didn't really look like it was going to be on time either. I think Parker was getting back there before, so just an errant throw there as the 1-2 pitch, off speed, drifts outside. Count goes even to 2-2. It's going to be an error there, as we suspected by Hadley behind the plate, a throwing error for him. As the 2-2 pitch against DJ Newman, fastball down and outside for a ball. Count goes full to 3-2. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Bowling Green, Youngstown State all tied up at 1. Leadoff home runs for both teams to begin their halves of action. Standing on second for Bowling Green is Caden Parker. Brandon Mikos on the mound, pitching to DJ Newman in a full count. Mikos comes set, delivers to the plate, off speed, swung on and flown out. Fairly deep right center field, Wind pushing it. Kuriger and Shannon going back. It's going to be off the base of the wall. They're going to send Parker around third. Now they're going to hold him up. It's going to be a double for DJ Newman that advances Caden Parker to third, and Bowling Green's offense is rolling early.
Yeah, really interesting play there. That ball did not look like it was going to get carried that much into the right center gap. It was looking almost straight center to start off the swing, and Parker was halfway between second and third, and he could only get to third base on that, thinking maybe it was going to get caught. I'm not exactly sure what happened on the base running there, but 2 runners in scoring position now for Birchmeyer.
Wind up 2 miles per hour since we started to 16 miles per hour, and it is playing effects on any ball that's hit to the right side of the outfield. Brady Birchmeyer into the box, swinging first pitch, fouls it off to the right side. He'll start from behind in the count. Brady Birchmeyer has been quite the breakout for Bowling Green this season. .337 batting average, third on the team, has an OPS over 1,000. Second in the MAC in RBIs with 31 this year. He was named the MAC Co-Player of the Week on March 17th. The 0-1 pitch by Mikos to Birchmeyer. This one grounded to the left side, fielded by Cutting at short, and he'll throw across the diamond to Beckley for the out at first, but scoring is Caden Parker, and Bowling Green goes up 2-1 after the RBI ground out by Birchmeyer, his 32nd RBI of the season.
Good baseball there by Birchmeyer, getting it just on the ground, making it in play there and scoring the run, giving the Falcons the lead here early on in the game.
First out of the inning, DJ Newman stays put over there at second. Sam Seidel into the box for the Falcons. Seidel has been getting back to his usual self as of late after starting the season a little slow. Fastball just misses on the outside corner. Seidel starts ahead in the count, 1-0. Sam Seidel, an All-MAC first-team selection last season, the 5'10", 182-pound junior infielder. Left-handed batter at the plate. The 1-0 pitch to Seidel. Fastball misses outside once again. Virtually the same spot. Both those pitches, both called balls. Seidel batting .316 this season. Went 4 for 10 in the weekend series against Kent State with 4 runs batted in and a double. Bowling Green making Mikos work early. Big off-speed pitch and a big swing and a miss by Seidel at the plate. Bowling Green leading Youngstown State 2-1 here in the bottom of the first. 1 out in the inning. DJ Newman stands on second for the Falcons. Mikos Behind in the count, 2-1 to Seidel. Now even after that off-speed pitch catches the zone. 2-2. Seidel batted .319 with a .415 on-base percentage last year. Reached base in the first 38 games last season, which was the longest streak of the season for BG. The 2-2 pitch by Mikos. Off-speed, swung on, and floated out to the left side, and Cutting couldn't find it. Cutting not able to catch it as he drifts out into shallow left field, and it's going to be a single for Seidel.
Yeah, shaky defense so far by the Penguins. The error by Hadley behind the dish, and that one I'm not really sure what happened there either. Cunning just lost it. He was trying to make the play on the run and couldn't really get underneath it, and it landed to he overran it almost. It landed to the right of him as he was in shallow left field.
And it'll be a single ruled officially for Sam Seidel. So he stays hot at the plate. Now an 8-game hitting streak for Sam Seidel. Should also note Caden Parker up to a 16-game on-base streak, the longest active on-base streak and hitting streak for the Falcons. First pitch to Coop McKenzie. Off-speed in there for a strike. McKenzie batting .302 in 15 games and 11 starts this season. This is his 16th game and 12th start of the year. Double steal on, and Mikos read it perfectly. Goes to pick off Newman. They have him in a pickle between second and third. Throw back to second. Newman trying to avoid it. Outrunning the tag. Now the throw to third, and the tag got him. So Newman is caught on the base pass, but advancing to second is Sam Seidel.
Yeah, really good pickup move there by Mikos. Just froze Newman
right
at
as
second
they were
base.
attempting the double steal. Read that perfectly.
At least Seidel could get to second base there. Keep a runner in scoring position.
So it's going to be a 1-4-6, or a 1-4-5, apologies, on the pickoff attempt there. This one fouled off to the right side. And that will be the second out of the inning. Newman caught on the base pass. Sam Seidel advancing to second on the play. So 2 outs in the inning now. An 0-2 count at the plate. Mikos ahead of Coop McKenzie. The 6-hole batter for Bowling Green. The 0-2 pitch to the Falcons catcher. Swung on and fouled off to the back. We'll do it again at 0-2. McKenzie has recorded a hit in 8 of the past 9 games played for himself. He was 0 for 4 on Sunday, marking the end of an 8-game hitting streak for McKenzie. The 0-2 pitch by Mikos. Off speed and rung him up looking. That'll be the end of the inning, but Bowling Green strikes for 2 runs. They take the 2-1 lead as we head to the top of the second right here on WBGU 88.1 FM. On January 31st, 2025, BGSU senior forward Jackson Niedermeyer scored a game-winning goal in overtime on the road against Northern Michigan, notching BG 2 points and securing Niedermeyer's first multi-point game as a Falcon. Falcon Media Sports Network's Ben Korak had the call on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Larson with the shot taken away by Bowling Green. This is Jackson Niedermeyer, takes it up the right wing, looking for a pass, now looking for a shot, he scores! Jackson Niedermeyer, the overtime winner with a buck left in overtime. And Bowling Green takes the much-needed extra point. What a wrist shot.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call. Back here in the top of the second at Stellar Field. Bowling Green ahead of Youngstown State early, 2-1. A leadoff home run by both teams to get the action going. And then the Falcons added another run by a Brady Birchmeyer RBI ground out in the bottom of the first. Nate Crest on the mound for Bowling Green. We'll see how long of a leash Halleck has with him. I think it's all going to be dependent on pitch count. You would have to assume, Sam, but Well, we'll see if there's maybe an innings mark that Halleck is looking to get out of Crest, because quite honestly, Bowling Green could use some length out of their starters and save some arms going into the Central Michigan series.
Yeah, Crest, pretty decent first inning after the home run, just getting to close out the at-bats is huge for him with this pitch count, because like you were saying last inning, he's really getting ahead of the count in a lot of these at-bats, but there just been a couple singles that didn't go Bowling Green's way, and then just long at-bats, so he's really got to just kind of close the at-bats earlier if he wants to save his pitch count and go longer in this game.
Crest's pitch count 26 in that first inning. Not the quickest as he would have hoped. Fastball misses outside to Garrett Cutting to begin the at-bat, a Las Vegas, Nevada native. Played his past 2 seasons at Utah Tech. Was the consensus #1 shortstop in Nevada and a top 10 player in the state out of high school. That pitch misses down low by Crest. Count goes to 2-0. Cutting in the field wasn't able to track down a shallow fly ball over at short into left field. That allowed a single by the Falcons in the first. This one grounded over to the left side of the infield, fielded by Gunnar Antillion at shortstop. He throws to Brady Birchmeyer for the first out of the inning. A 6-3 ground out to begin the frame for Nate Kress and the Falcons.
Yeah, and speaking of Cutting in the field, he leads the Horizon League in errors. It's not really close. He's got 12 coming into the game, and then the second in errors only has 8, so not entirely surprising there. The team with 36 now.
And here's the local kid for the Penguins, the Youngstown, Ohio native, attending Youngstown State. Seems like that fits pretty well. Brady Shannon, a redshirt sophomore outfielder, 6'2", 225. Played last year at UCF before transferring to Youngstown State. First pitch is a ball. Swing and a miss here. Evens up the count at 1-1. He was ranked the #4 outfielder and #40 player in Ohio in high school by perfect game over at Ursuline High School. This one called a strike down low. Count goes to 1-2 on Shannon. Kress comes set, delivers to the plate, off speed, down and outside for a ball. Count goes even to 2-2. One out here in the top of the second. Bowling Green leads Youngstown State early 2-1 here at Stellar Field. Shannon batting .250 this season, went just 2 for 14 over the weekend. Off speed, just misses off that outside corner, not by much. The frame job by Coop McKenzie. Couldn't get it called by Michael Schultz behind the plate, and we go full to 3-2. Kress working from the windup, couple deep breaths. The payoff pitch by Kress. Off speed, down and outside for a walk. The first walk allowed of the game by Nate Kress.
Yeah, the consistency for Kress just hasn't been the greatest so far. He'll have a great at-bat like the last one to Cutting, but then walk a player like Shannon there, and just got to put a couple good at-bats together for Kress in a row to get that pitch count to go down.
Now Eli Brown steps into the box, a native of Bowling Green, Ohio. Eli Brown playing back in his hometown here today against the Falcons. That's something that really stuck out to us when we were going over this team pregame.
Yeah, we got a Bowling Green High School matchup here between Brown and Kress. Not exactly sure if they were teammates on the varsity at any point, with Kress being a freshman. But
yeah, may have been separated a little bit. First pitch strike by Kress. We'll see which Bowling Green guy can win in this battle. Hopefully we get more than one battle between them. Count 1-1 now after that ball. Eli Brown was a first-team All-State as a quarterback in football in high school at Bowling Green, and second-team All-State as a shortstop in baseball in high school at Bowling Green. So better football player than baseball player in high school, yet he chose baseball, and it seems to be the right path playing varsity here for Youngstown State. Pickoff attempt, unsuccessful by Kress. Working from the stretch. He'll try again. That one a little closer, but back in time is Brady Shannon. A good pickoff move for Kress on the mound, pretty quick, and doesn't have much of a tell.
Yeah, the last 2 pickoff moves were fairly close there. He's got a really quick move over there to first base.
Quick feet, and fires a strike. Pretty much perfectly placed over to Birchmeyer. Off speed, right down the middle throws Brown for a strike, 1-2. Eli Brown, not the biggest guy in the box, 5'7", 180 for the senior outfielder. He has a hit in just one of his past 7 games, along with 9 multi-strikeout games this season with just 2 for 9 over the weekend. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss on the fastball by Nate Kress. And Kress has his second strikeout of the day, and he wins the battle of the Bowling Green High Schoolers.
Yeah, Brown, like you were talking about, multi-strikeout games have been killer for him. That's his 29th strikeout of the season. He is third in the Horizon League, one of 3 players on the Penguins in the top 10 in the league in strikeouts. So that has definitely been the Achilles heel for Youngstown State hitters this season.
Caleb Hadley, the 9-hole hitter, into the box for Youngstown State. Hadley, a freshman catcher, 6'2", 215 from Southington, Ohio. Another pickoff attempt over at first, not in time. Shannon back diving headfirst. Has not attempted to steal so far, but Kress keeps going over there with the pickoff attempt. 3 or 4 of them, all of them unsuccessful. Hadley was also a standout quarterback at Warren JFK High School, as fastball thrown in there for a strike. The Ohio Division IV first-team All-State honors for him in 2023. Played just 1 game over the weekend for Youngstown State. That was Sunday. He went 0 for 5, scoring a run, driving in a run, and striking out twice. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss on the off-speed to the outside. Count goes 0-2. Kress has really settled in here in the top of the second.
Yeah, and the off-speed's been nasty all game. It's really sweeping from, like I talked about earlier, the right-hander's head towards the outside corner of the left-hander's batter's box.
The 0-2 pitch by Nate Kress. Off speed, just misses to the inside. Count goes 1-2. Nearly had his 3rd strikeout of the game. Kyle Fossum awaits on deck. He would love to have him up when nobody's on base, and not with 2 guys on base here in the top of the second. From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch by Kress, down and outside with the off-speed. Count goes even.
Now, if you're Kress here, you cannot allow this to get to a full count or even a walk here. That would be brutal with Fossum coming on deck and increasing his pitch count.
Hadley has been a strikeout victim quite often this season, striking out all but 1 game. This one lined out to center field. That's going to fall in front of Tackett's. Rounding second, going to third is Shannon. The throw to third is cut off by Antillion, and it's going to be 1st and 3rd for Youngstown State with 2 up, or 2 down, I should say, and Kyle Fossum coming up to the plate.
Yeah, just the 3rd hit of the season for Caleb Hadley. He's now 3 for 20 on the year, so a bit of a shocking hero there for Youngstown State to get runners in the corners with Fossum coming up.
And Fossum delivered on everything we were talking about him in that 1st inning. Led off the game with a home run for Youngstown State, their only run scored so far here today. We'll see how Kress pitches to him this time. Kress's first pitch to the at-bat, off speed, and Fossum wanted all of that. Big swing and a miss by the designated hitter for the Penguins.
Yeah, his eyes were looking towards the left field foul pole after swinging there. He just completely whiffed on it.
Kress from the stretch, the 0-1 pitch, off speed, down and outside. We've seen him miss quite a bit when an off-speed pitch is not on, down and outside, and McKenzie's done a great job of sliding over every time, and nice job of picking the ball and keeping it from going to the backstop. McKenzie is one of the better defensive catchers you're going to find. The 1-1 pitch, fastball on the outside, nice frame by McKenzie, and the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, to your point you were just talking about, that was a really good play there by McKenzie, framing it just on the outside corner. He's done great.
He actually does not have an error in his collegiate career. Coop McKenzie does not. The 1-2 pitch with 2 outs. Runners on 1st and 3rd. Kress delivers. Off speed, swung on, chopped over to 3rd. Fielded by Curlis. Sidearm throw, and it can't be picked by Birchmeyer. Skies up. 1 run's already scored. And Shannon coming around 3rd. The throw in is offline. And Hadley also scores. And advancing to 2nd now on the throw that got away from McKenzie is Fossum. So 2 runs scored on what should have been a ground out to 3rd on the errant throw by Curlis that couldn't be picked by Birchmeyer.
Yeah, that was just a mess of a play there. Curlis had more time than I think he thought. it looked like he kind of bobbled it, couldn't really get it out of his glove on the transfer there. And so he threw off his back foot there, sidearmed it, and it was a really tough play for Birchmeyer to make there. And then on the throw into McKenzie, just kind of scooted away from him. He just dropped the throw. He would have been safe on the run anyways, but Fossum to second base now with 2 outs.
So it'll be an error there, as expected, on Braden Curlis. As the first pitch, a swing and a miss to Tommy Rover.
And that's just a killer for Crest. He's had a great inning. Not his fault there, getting Fossum, one of the best hitters in the Horizon League, to ground out there, but 2 runs scored off of it.
The 0-1 pitch catches the inside corner. Crest will take that call as the count goes 0-2.
He painted the corner there. Rover thought it was a bit inside.
Both runs will be unearned against Nate Crest because of the error on the throw, as the off-speed misses outside for a ball, 1-2. So will not affect his ERA. Crest has still not allowed an earned run in Bowling Green city limits, something Kyle Halleck had a joke about after he appeared in the Kent State game over the weekend series. 1-2 pitch, off-speed, catches the outside corner. Third strikeout of the game for Nate Crest, and that'll end the inning, but not before Youngstown State scores once again, this time 2 runs, both unearned, here in the top of the second, and they take a 3-2 lead with Bowling Green coming up to bat in the bottom of the second when we come back from Stellar Field right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Every year, millions of Americans use opioids to manage pain, and reliance on opioids has led to the worst drug crisis in American history. That's why the CDC recommends safer alternatives like physical therapy to manage pain. Physical therapists treat pain through movement, hands-on care, and patient education. No warning labels required. When it comes to your health, you have a choice. Choose physical therapy. Visit moveforwardpt.com to find a physical therapist in your area.
BGSU softball faces Youngstown State in a doubleheader on Wednesday, March 26th. Join Falcon Media Sports Network's Henry Costco and Ben Korak starting at 2 p.m. for the first game on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Back here at Stellar Field, we go to the bottom of the second inning. For Bowling Green, it'll be 7-8, 9-2 up. Gavagan, Braden Curlis, Gunnar Antilli, and Tyler Cablets alongside Sam Morris for the Falcon Media Sports Network here with you for this one. It's been an entertaining one so far, Sam. 3-2, Youngstown State leading as we head to the bottom of the second.
Yeah, and Crest really settled in that second inning. It's a shame he gave up a couple of runs unearned there, but he's done a decent job here besides that Fossum home run to lead off the game. But Bowling Green still trails because of that Curlis error.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Falcons, the number 7 hitter, the left fielder.
Now the bottom 3 in the Bowling Green order will be due up here in the bottom of the second.
Still on the mound there is Mikos for Youngstown State. His first pitch to Gavagan looked like Ganon wanted all of that. Held back, though. Count starts 0-1. Ganon has struggled with strikeouts this season, especially as of late, to say the least. As the 0-1 pitch is delivered, big swing and a miss by Gavagan. The right-hander whiffs, and the count goes 0-2. Ganon has struck out 30 times this season. That is the most in the MAC. He struck out 6 times in his 10 at-bats over the weekend against Kent State, and make it 31 times this season as he swings and misses on an off-speed, down and outside, a 3-pitch strikeout for Mikos to begin the bottom of the second. His second strikeout of the day, first swinging.
Yeah, Mikos just came right at Ganon. Those first 2 pitches were within maybe 5 seconds of each other, just going right at the struggling left fielder for Bowling Green right now.
Braden Curlis steps into the box. First pitch to Curlis, first pitch swinging, pops it into normal depth right field. And Shannon drifts under it to make the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 extremely quick outs here by Mikos. That ball is going to be thrown in and over the head of the second baseman. It's going to drift across the diamond, but nobody on base. No harm done by Youngstown State there.
Well, I don't know if you saw, Tyler, but on the strikeout by Ganun, Hadley threw it into left field, went over the third baseman's head. So
I missed that one.
So even the Penguins, with nobody on base right now, though, making a couple of errant throws.
Making it at the right time, though, when nobody's on base.
Yeah.
As the first pitch to Gunnar Antillion, down low for a ball. Antillion this season batting .266. Played last season at Cal Baptist after 2 years at New Mexico State. Senior infielder at 5'9", 180. Fastball misses outside, 2-0, quickly on Antillion. Native of California. He's riding a 4-game hitting streak, batting .375 over the past 4 games, 6 for 16, and he has a hit in 12 of his past 13 games. Shortstop for the Falcons awaits the 2-0 pitch from Mikos. Looks in a off-speed into the zone, right down the middle, 2-1. Went 5 for 11 in the weekend series against Kent State, scoring 4 times, driving in a run, stealing 2 bases, or 2 doubles and stealing a base, I should say, as he lines this into right center field for a single. Kurger gets it back in time to hold him to a single, but a 2-out hit by Gunnar Antillion injects life into the Falcons' offense this inning as we go back to the top of the order with T.J. Tackett, who led off the game for the Falcons with a solo shot into right center field.
And something I noticed about that single there by Antillion is he was raring out of the box, looking to get to second base possibly on that hit. And if you're Kyle Halleck, you're telling all your players right now to do that with the way Youngstown's defense has been playing so far.
5-game hitting streak now for Antillion, and he has hit safely in 13 of his past 14 games. Pickoff attempt, Antillion back in time. Tackett's hitting his 4th home run of the season, last time up. Antillion, fake steal there. And it's a ball just a bit outside on the fastball. So Tackett's will start from ahead. Tackett's a patient hitter at the plate, holds a .467 on-base percentage coming into the game, the 3rd best mark on the team. The 1-0 pitch. This fastball does catch the outside corner, and the count goes even to 1-1. Tackett's now up to 10 RBIs on the season. Last year, he had 39 runs batted in, batting .281 in 44 games and 36 starts. This one down low, count goes 2-1. Tackett's didn't have the greatest series against Kent State, going 3 for 13, with 2 RBIs and a home run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts, but had a great midweek non-conference stretch, and he's carried over the general momentum here in today's game. Another pickoff attempt, not nearly in time. Tackett's over the past 5 games coming today, batting .318, with 6 runs batted in as another pickoff attempt. That one also not in time. As I was saying, .318 with 6 RBIs, a double, and 3 home runs coming into today's game over the past 5. The 2-1 pitch. Nope, it's going to be another pickoff attempt instead. If we're in the MLB, Antillion would be standing on second right now.
He's got 6 stolen bases, but Mikos must think he has 30 over there. He is picking off every single time.
We'll see where he goes, whether it's the first or home. It will be to home. And the 2-1 pitch is an off-speed that catches the zone, the outside corner. Tackett's thought about going, held up, and the count goes even to 2-2.
And as a hitter for Tackett's there, all those pickoffs really mess up your timing there. You just got to really stay focused.
The 2-2 pitch, almost the check swing at the plate by Tackett's, did not go. It was down and outside. Appeal down to Stephen Miller, third base umpire, says he did not go. So the count goes full to 3-2. 2 outs here, bottom of the second. Gunnar Antillion stands on first for Bowling Green. Youngstown State ahead of the Falcons 3-2. Mikos comes set from the stretch. The payoff pitch to Tackett's. Runner goes. It's inside for a ball. And it's a 2-out walk offered by Brandon Mikos. Falcons have runners on first and second with 2 outs. Caden Parker coming up to the plate.
Great at-bat there by Tackett's. He has been really impressive over the last week and really this whole season for Bowling Green as he has been moved to that leadoff spot.
And he really seems to fit there with his on-base percentage and the pop that he adds at the top of the lineup.
Yeah, it's just a great player to start off. the game for Bowling Green in that leadoff spot, and really just to continue the game with, like you said, that on-base percentage he's got.
Caden Parker singled his first time up. Shows bunt here. Lays it down to the left side. Charging in his rover. He was playing pretty far back. And they're going to get Caden Parker in time. Down at first. Nice attempt, but a nice throw by Rover to retire him. And that'll end the second inning. Youngstown State leads 3-2. As we go to the top of the third, I will introduce our trivia question when we come back. Sam, you're 0 for 1 this season. Chance to get some redemption when we come back in the top of the third. Youngstown State up 3-2 over Bowling Green right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU Softball's Peyton Steffes is this week's Falcon Media Sports Network Athlete of the Week. Against Buffalo in the first MAC series of the season, Steffes went 7 for 11 at the plate with 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and a stolen base. She also played fantastic right field for Bowling Green, making no errors on her 6 made plays. She has stepped up into a much larger role in 2025 than in 2024, starting 25 games for BG this season compared to 27 games played total last season. Head coach Michelle Gardner has inserted the sophomore into a major role this season and says she challenged Steffes to be better. She was on fire last weekend, and it was awesome to see. This has been your Falcon Media Sports Network Athlete of the Week.
Back here at Stellar Field, Youngstown State leading Bowling Green 3-2 as we head to the top of the third. Tyler Kavlitz alongside Sam Morris from the Falcon Media Sports Network, as we did last season and continue to do this season. Trivia question here in the top of the third. I'll introduce it to you, Sam. You'll have until the top of the fifth to give me a final answer. And kind of fitting today, I didn't, write this down. I wrote this down before the game, but the home runs today kind of fit this description. The question is, who has the most postseason home runs all time in MLB history? Your options are A, Jose Altuve, B, Bernie Williams, C, Albert Pujols, or D, Manny Ramirez. Once again, most postseason home runs of all time in MLB history, Jose Altuve, Bernie Williams, Albert Pujols, or Manny Ramirez. Any initial thoughts on that one? As the first pitch by Kress is in there for a strike to Braden Kurger.
Well, my gut reaction is Albert Pujols.
Okay.
And
the machine?
I did not listen to my gut reaction last time, and I got it wrong. So
this one float out. Was going towards center field. Wind pushing it to right center field. Fairly deep. Caden Parker there to make the catch. Backpedaling as he caught it. That wind, you could see it just take the ball to the right side. But Caden Parker does a nice job of tracking it to retire Kurger for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, he did a nice job of tracking it. You could see he still had some trouble with it, though. He drop stepped nicely, but then he was backpedaling towards the end there. So really good play there by Parker.
So the question is, do you go with your gut or do you go against your gut? Your gut failed you the first time, but do you really want to go against your gut twice? First pitch in there for a strike to Cole Smith.
I don't know, because Pujols, that seems right. He's just been in so many postseasons, and obviously he has, I believe he's like third or fourth in all-time home runs, third, fourth, fifth, something like that. So,
swing and a miss there on the off-speed. Count goes to 0-2. My dad just sent me Bernie Williams, so we'll see if he's correct with that one. 0-2 down low. I don't know if Nate Hender's back in the studio has a guess. I know you're not the biggest baseball guy. He passes. Okay. Taking the safe route is Nate Henders. The 1-2 pitch. This one down and inside for a ball. Count goes even to 2-2. Nate Kress has given Bowling Green a solid outing here. There is a left-hander warming up in the bullpen for the Falcons. Ball actually comes all the way even past home plate from the bullpen. Rode along that whole dugout of Bowling Green. Don't have a number on who is warming up, but it is a left-hander in the pen there for the Falcons.
It's not a good sign, whoever that bullpen catcher is back there. Ball coming all the way to almost the logo.
The pitch here, this is grounded over to the left side. Does not beat the shift as Antillion fields it. And a nice stretch by Brady Birchmeyer for the out. the big man over at first with the athletic stretch for the second out of the inning.
Great play there by Birchmeyer. Almost full splits over there at first base. Another short hop to him. Bowling Green's infield not really on target today. But back-to-back outs to start off the inning for Crest. See if he can finish it off.
That was Antillion. It looked like Curlis was playing past Antillion to the right side. They had a heavy shift on for Smith. Almost beat it. Unable to, though, as there's 2 quick outs in the inning with Nathan Beckley coming up to bat. Beckley grounded out the second to end the first inning. His first time up, and this one hits him in the ankle. Off speed, just went inside for Kress, and it's going to be a 2-out base runner for the Penguins.
Yeah, 2 outs. That is not what you want to do with 2 outs there. Hit by pitch. Really got Beckley good there in the ankle.
Warming up in the bullpen for Bowling Green is Titus Slots, the redshirt freshman left-hander. As we're going to have a little bit of a delay here with Beckley walking it off over there at first.
Garrett Cutting, the shortstop.
Garrett Cutting into the box. He grounded out to short his first time up. 2 outs in the top of the third. Youngstown stayed up over Bowling Green 3-2. Runner on first for him. This pitch swung on and flown out to normal depth right field. And it's going to be fielded by Parker as he battles the wind to track the ball. A couple nice catches in the inning for Parker. And a quick third inning for Nate Kress. And if that's it for Nate Kress, a solid job by the right-hander for Bowling Green as we head to the bottom of the third. Youngstown State up over Bowling Green 3-2 right here on WPGU 88.1 FM.
Be part of the WBGU team. Volunteer with WBGU FM in a variety of roles, including on-air, promotions, social media, music selection, and much more. Positions are always available to students and the local community. For more information, visit the WBGU Facebook page. Volunteer with Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM. The return to radio freedom.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com. Back here at Stellar Field, Bowling Green trailing Youngstown State 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the third. Falcons looking to get back on the board. They scored 2 in the bottom of the first, unable to score in the second inning, as they will have 3, 4, 5 due up in their order. DJ Newman, Brady Birchmeyer, and Sam Seidel coming up for the orange and brown. Still on the mound for Youngstown State is Brandon Mikos. He's been solid for the Penguins so far today. Has 1 walk to 2 strikeouts. And the only 2 runs he's given up were back in the first. It was a leadoff home run by Tackett, and then an RBI ground out by Birchmeyer. First pitch to DJ Newman. Fastball right down the middle for a strike. Newman first time up doubled. He was out at third after they attempted a double steal, and Mikos read it perfectly, turning around to try to pick off Newman at second. He chops this one right up the middle. Fielded by Mikos. He'll flip to Beckley at first for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, a couple things on that play. Newman just looked like he kind of just stuck the bat out there and just went right to the pitcher. Easy out there, but the hustle by Newman down to first base there, even though it was a easy out, you just love to see that as a baseball fan, and just a really good thing there by the leader of Bowling Green's team.
Brady Birchmeyer steps into the box. First pitch, fastball inside. 1-0 the count. Michael Schultz has been pretty consistent behind the plate so far today. He's been solid with sticking to his borders there. Haven't had many crazy calls. As fastball down the middle, evens up the count at 1-1. Birchmeyer, the RBI ground out, his first time to shortstop. Infield playing pretty far back to him as he just dribbles this one down the third baseline, and it's going to be picked up fair by Rover. That one looked like it was going foul, and Rover, charging in as the infield was playing back, picked it up just before it went foul. That was only about halfway down the third baseline.
Well, I am shocked with this play here by Rover. Like you said, it was going foul, but he also could have maybe got Birchmeyer at first base there. He was still 4 or 5 steps away from reaching first base. He took a while to get down there.
Bowling Green lucks out with that one.
Infield single off the end of the bat by Birchmeyer, maybe 20, 25 feet down the line there.
Sam Seidel.
That is a puzzling decision by Rover at third.
And he looked like he just got upset about the fact that he picked it up in fair territory. He didn't even think to throw to first base. Birchmeyer was not that close.
First pitch to Seidel, grounded foul to the right side. Yeah, I do not get either decision there. One to pick it up and two not to throw it. I don't know if he thought he was off balance and couldn't make a throw. And he must have not read the spin and saw that going foul. But either way, Brady Birchmeyer gets an infield single out of it. The 0-1 pitch to Seidel after a long wait by Mikos. Big swing and a miss on the off-speed. Count goes to 0-2.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the softest hits that Birchmeyer might ever see here at Bowling Green. But
you don't see many of them. Many infield singles out of Brady Birchmeyer. Birchmeyer, 6'3", 242. Mikos has Seidel down on the count, 0-2. Pitch clock was down to 3 before he got on the mound. They're going to reset it to 20. Seidel a single his last time up. The 0-2 pitch to him. Fastball up and outside for a ball. Count goes to 1-2. Schultz has a very distinct motion when there is a ball. His close pickoff attempt over at first. He'll do the normal sign when there's a strike. When it's a ball, you'll see him stick out his head to the direction that the ball is.
Yeah, never seen umpire quite do that before.
Yeah, it's very unique. This one, grounded to the right side, fielded by Smith. He'll go to second for one. The relay to first, not in time. So they get the fielder's choice at second. Smith to Cutting. Birchmeyer is out on the 4-6. Fielder's choice for the second out of the inning. And Seidel reaches safely at first, beating it out. That'll bring up Coot McKenzie. McKenzie, victim of a strikeout looking to end the first inning.
Cooper McKenzie.
Well, Mikos is really settling in there. Every hitter in this inning is just weak ground balls.
First pitch to McKenzie. Swinging, fouls it down the left side. Grounder down that third baseline. McKenzie had his first multi-strikeout game of the season on Sunday. Looking to avoid repeating that here in his 16th game and 12th start of the season. Another pickoff attempt to first. Not in time. Seidel back in, diving head first. A lot of pickoff attempts by both sides early in this game.
Yeah, we got to get a counter for Mikos. That's got to be.
We might be past that point.
Yeah.
Should have started a little earlier. This one spiked in the ground, and beautiful base running by Sam Seidel. Immediately when he saw that spike to the ground, took off running, and Hadley could not find it. And beautiful base running by Sam Seidel gets him to second base.
Yeah, good base running by Bowling Green overall this inning. Like I mentioned, Newman with that hustle. Same with Birchmeyer, like you were saying, doesn't get down the line too quick, but at least good hustle down there to first base, and now Seidel's on second.
It's going to be a wild pitch by Mikos as the fastball up and in to McKenzie moves the count to 2-1. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Bowling Green trails Youngstown State 3-2. It's a 2-1 count on Coot McKenzie at the plate. Sam Seidel stands at second. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball dots the outside corner. Count goes even to 2-2. Mikos has 2 strikeouts on the day. 1 walk in the game. The 2-2 pitch, off speed, just misses off that outside corner, not by much. And the count goes full to 3-2 with 2 outs.
I'm pretty shocked Schultz did not ring up McKenzie there. That looked like a very similar pitch to the last one.
McKenzie will take it, though. The payoff pitch by Mikos, big off speed, induces a swing and a miss by McKenzie. His second 2-strikeout game of the season. And that'll end the 3rd inning. We go to the top of the 4th. We'll have some history on this day in baseball when we come back. Youngstown State leading Bowling Green 3-2 after 3 right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey everyone, Falcon Media Sports Director Lucas Kleinmeyer here. You're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
New pitcher on the mound for Bowling Green is Titus Lotz. We'll get more to him in a second. First, since we are here in the top of the 4th, we have some history on this day. On this day in baseball history in 1882, a fence was erected on the recreation ground in San Francisco, which forces the left fielder to play over the fence, causing the players much inconvenience. Some of these old baseball rules, back in 1885 on this day, a new rule is adopted stating that the pitcher must do all his throwing 2 bases before he has taken a stride as if to pitch the ball. So a couple of those rules being established. Back in 1916, and on this day in history, an unsigned Tris Speaker arrived at the Boston Red Sox training camp at Hot Springs, Arkansas. In time for an exhibition game, he ended up going 4 for 4 with a home run and a triple. And on this day in 1985, a judge in Illinois rules that state laws prohibiting night games at Wrigley Field are unconstitutional. The Chicago Cubs had previously sued to have the laws overturned after Major League Baseball took away one of the Cubs' home games during the 1984 NLCS due to the lack of lights. Titus Lotz this season, 2-0, 2 saves to his ledger, 5.06 earned run average. This is his 10th appearance all out of the bullpen. A 10.2 innings pitched. He's struck out 8 and walked 13. His first pitch, down and outside for a ball. Pitching to 7, 8, 9 in the order for Youngstown State, Brady Shannon, Eli Brown, Caleb Hadley. He's given up 2 doubles, has not allowed a home run this season. Opponents batting .205 against him. Big swing and a miss by Shannon at the plate. Count goes even to 1-1. 7 of Lotz's 9 appearances this season have been scoreless, but he has struggled with command recently, walking 7 batters in the past 3 outings, which have spanned 3 innings. This one in the dirt for a ball, 2-1 the count. Lotz did not play last season redshirting. He is a redshirt freshman left-hander, 6'1", 207 from Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The lefty from the windup, his 2-1 delivery is down in the dirt once again. Back-to-back pitches in the dirt brings the count to 3-1. Lotz struggling with command early into his appearance. He was ranked the number 2 left-handed pitcher in Ohio by perfect game in the Division II co-pitcher of the year back at Washington High School. Lotz takes a deep breath. Glove up, the leg kick, the delivery to the plate. This one foul to the back. Count goes even to 3-2. Lotz last appeared on Friday against Kent State. He pitched 1 1/3 innings, giving up 4 runs, all of which were earned. 4 hits, walked 3 batters, allowed a triple, and threw 40 pitches. This one lined into right field, and that's going to be just fair. Goes to the wall, Caden Parker chasing after. Rounding first, heading to second is Brady Shannon. He's going to round second, helmet flies off, and he's into third with a leadoff triple for Youngstown State.
Yeah, he was digging for 3 there, right off the hit. Just down the line there, but deep down the line as Parker took a while to get to it as it rattled up against the wall there. Big leadoff triple there for Shannon in Youngstown State.
The left fielder, Eli Brown.
Tough start to Lotz's appearance as it brings up Eli Brown, the Bowling Green kid. For Shannon, that's his second triple of the season. The pitch to Brown. Fastball outside for a ball. Eli Brown once again a hit in just one of his last 7 games. He struck out swinging his first time up in the second inning. The left-hander's pitch to the plate. Down low for a ball, 2-0. Titus Lott struggling with command since coming into the game in relief of Nate Kress. Lott's taking his time, deep breath, the leg kick, the delivery. This one grounded to the left side, fielded by Antillion at short. Throw across the diamond, nice stretch and pick by Brady Birchmeyer for the out. But coming home to score is Brady Shannon on the RBI ground out to short by Eli Brown. Give Eli Brown his 7th RBI of the season and put Youngstown State up 4-2 here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, good swing there by Brown, just went right up the middle with it. And it was too deep for Antillion to even think about going home with it, getting the RBI. Antillion has struggled a little bit today with his throws to first. That's his, I think, 3rd one in the dirt. Birchmeyer doing a good job over there today.
First pitch to Caleb Hadley, the 9-hole hitter for Youngstown State. Catches the outside corner for a strike. Antillion has struggled a little bit defensively recently. It's a .935 fielding percentage coming into the game on the season. It includes 7 errors. He had 2 errors, 1 fielding, 1 throwing on Sunday against Kent State. The 0-1 pitch to Hadley. Breaking ball barely misses. Not sure exactly where as the count goes 1-1. We didn't have Schultz doing his patented head turn on that one. Just a straight-up ball call.
That must mean it's a strike then if he's not going one way or the other. Maybe it was up.
Maybe he forgot to put the arm up there. The 1-1 pitch. Puts the arm up for that one. Count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, only thing I could think of on that last one was it might have crossed the plate a little high with being an off-speed pitch, but it looked pretty good to me. But regardless, 1-2 count now.
See if Lotz can finish the job in this at-bat. Kyle Folsom awaits on deck, the leadoff hitter, who's been a beast this season for the Penguins. We have time called. May have been a pitch clock violation.
The clock was down
Haven't seen a signal. It is a pitch clock violation, so 2-2. So Lotz will look to rebound after the pitch clock violation brings the count even. His kick and delivery off speed right down the middle for the strikeout by Titus Lotz, his first of his outing.
Yeah, really good breaking ball there from Lotz. Starting to settle in a little bit here with these last 2 batters. When he's missing his fastball command, it's he's releasing it a little bit too high, and it's kind of too low, a little bit out in front, and he's just throwing it in the dirt a little bit. But back-to-back outs now for Lotz.
To the top of the order with Kyle Fossum. Led off the game with a solo shot in the top of the first. Beautiful off-speed in the zone for a strike. Begin the at-bat. He reached base his second time up by an error by Braden Curlis. Sidearm throw, charging a grounder. Errant throw. Check swing here. Appeal down to first base umpire Pete Peterson. Said that Fossum did not go around. Looked like he may have from up here, but Peterson says no, so the count goes even to 1-1. Lots the 1-1 pitch. This one, driven, liner, left field. It's going to fall in front of Gavin Gannon. The second hit of the game for Fossum, and he's reached base safely in all 3 at-bats here today.
Yeah, he looks like he's playing in a different league right now. He is just jumping on every single baseball that he sees. Really good line shot, base hit there by Fossum. He's also hit it to every part of the ballpark here, right field, center, right up the middle, and now left. So really good day so far by Fossum.
That'll bring up Tommy Rover, the switch hitter. Hit from the left side against the right-handed Nate Kress his first time up. Now on the right side against the left-handed Titus Lotz. First pitch up high for a ball, 1-0. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Youngstown stayed up 4-2 over Bowling Green. Pitch misses inside for a ball, 2-0. Do have the final line on Nate Kress. He goes 3 innings, 61 pitches, gives up 4 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of which are earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. You'll take it from Nate Kress in his first collegiate start. Pickoff attempt would have been close if the throw was a little lower. Bit high by Lotz.
And Rover's up. You mentioned he's a transfer from Fresno Pacific.
That's another fastball, misses high. Count goes 2-0, or 3-0, apologies.
7 of the 9 Penguins in the starting lineup are transfers. Fossum on first base, played 3 years at Washington University in now the Big Ten.
Lotz's 3-0 pitch. Fastball dots the outside corner. Count goes to 3-1. We'll see how picky Rover is here with these pitches. Came into the game batting .293, has 2 homers and a double on the season. 3-1 pitch, the swinging jam job up the middle to Lotz. Lotz going to run over to first and flip it to Brady Birchmeyer for the third and final out of the inning. But Youngstown State tallies another run on the board. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Penguins up 4-2 over the Falcons right here at Stellar Field on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Wake up every weekday with WBGU and The Morning Show. The Morning Show is a community resource for weekly events, news, sports, weather, interviews with community officials and organizations, birthday and anniversary announcements, and more. The Morning Show broadcasts live Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. from the Killeen Center at Bowling Green State University. Listen live every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. locally on 88.1 FM or streaming online at bgfalconmedia.com.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
Back here at Stellar Field, Bowling Green trailing Youngstown State 4-2. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, reminder, the answer to the trivia question will reveal in the top of the 5th. Tyler Kavlitz alongside Sam Morris from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Great to have you here today, Sam. It's been a fun one so far.
Yeah, it has. Close game. Bowling Green pitchers have been doing pretty good today. They've given up a couple runs, but really bared down at the end of the innings and got a couple outs to get out of them. So
7-8-9 due up for Bowling Green. Ganon, Curlis, and Tillian. First pitch to Ganon, a strike. Looks at an off-speed outside for a ball. Went down on strikes for the 31st time this season. Back in the second inning, did Gavin Ganon. The 1-1 pitch to Ganon. Down low on the off-speed for a ball. Ganon has a lot of pop in the bat. Kyle Halleck calling him the strongest guy on the team. 2-1 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Count goes to 2-2. Gavin Ganon batting .290 last year. He's batting .323 coming into today's game. A 4-for-10 outing this weekend against Kent State. Swing and a miss. And Ganon down on strikes swinging and back-to-back at-bats to begin his day.
Yeah, Tara, that looked like almost the exact same spot that he struck out last time on. Outside corner, maybe a little bit into the left-hander's batter's box as a ball there. And Ganon's just really trying to pull everything right now. Both strikeouts, he was really trying to pull it instead of trying to go where the ball was pitched and go oppo with it.
Fourth strikeout of the day for Brandon Mikos as Braden Curlis steps into the box. Curlis flew out to right field his first time up. This one spiked in the ground in front of the plate for a ball. Counts 1-1 on Curlis. The delivery from Mikos, this one weakly grounded foul to the left side. Curlis today his 8th appearance and 3rd start of the season. Had his first collegiate hit and extra base hit. It was a double on March 11th here at home, the home opener against Tiffin. His previous starts were March 5th against Dayton and that March 11th game against Tiffin. The 1-2 pitch from Mikos swung on and foul to the back.
Just
looked like didn't look like he got a piece of it initially, but he did. And Hadley was not able to catch it in the glove. So the count stays at 1-2. Mikos from the windup, the right-hander's delivery. This one just stayed alive by Curlis, just able to get a piece of it and fouled off to the bat. Just threw the bat head at it. Mikos delivers from 1-2. Fastball up high and outside for a ball. Count goes even to 2-2. One out here, bottom of the 4th. Youngstown State leading Bowling Green here at Stellar Field 4-2. Sun peeks out from the clouds, illuminates the field as the 2-2 pitch is just down and outside for a ball. Count goes full. Curlis looking to be a one-out base runner here for the Falcons. Gunnar Antillion, the 9-hole hitter, awaits on deck. Mikos taking his time. Pitch clock down to 5. The payoff pitch from Brandon Mikos. Foul to the back. Brandon Mikos working out there on the mound. Tough at-bat here from Braden Curlis. Fouled off a couple of pitches. Staying alive at the plate. Mikos is 3-2. Down and outside of the off-speed. Beautiful job by Braden Curlis. Staying alive and trolling the one-out walk. They get a base runner for Gunnar Antillion, the 9-hole hitter for Bowling Green.
Yes, 7-pitch at-bat there for Curlis. Really quality at-bat there against Mikos, who has just been pitching really good the last couple innings. He's mixing his pitches really well between that off-speed, that changeup, and that fastball. He's also mixing his locations well as well. But Curlis, really good at-bat there to get a runner on.
Pickoff attempt to first, and they got him. They caught Braden Curlis leaning, and Mikos picks him off at first for the second out of the inning. Each team with a successful pickoff attempt through 4 innings here at Stellar Field.
Yeah, second pickoff there for Mikos. The double steal there with Newman earlier in the first inning, and now here with Curlis. He was just napping over there at first base. Not a big lead and just got picked off.
This one lined through the infield to left field by Gunnar Antillion, and it's a 2-out single by the shortstop for Bowling Green, getting us back to the top of the order with TJ Tackett.
Antillion's hit really good today. Second hit of the game. He's been a good kind of back-to-back leadoff hitter for Tackett in that 9 spot, so good to see him do good there in the bottom of the order.
That 5-game hitting streak now hit safely 13 of the past 14 games, and he's gotten comfortable at the plate for Bowling Green. Tackett waits the first pitch, looks at it down low for a ball. Count 1-0. Tackett today has homered and walked. The homer leading things off on offense for Bowling Green. One of 2 runs scored today by the Falcons. Looks at that one down outside for another ball. Count 2-0 on TJ Tackett. Brandon Mikos working in his 4th inning. Still no arms up there in the bullpen for Youngstown State. The 2-0 pitch by Mikos. Swing and a miss by Tackett at the plate on the breaking ball. Count moves to 2-1 with 2 outs in the inning. Gunnar Antillian standing on first for Bowling Green. Another pickoff attempt over here. Antillian back in time. Same way that he got Curlis, as Antillian was getting out to his lead. Quick turnaround and a pickoff attempt, but Antillian looking for it after he saw what happened to Curlis. The 2-1 pitch. Off speed. This one driven into left field. Coming in is Brown, and he makes the catch running in, and that'll end the inning. First time TJ Tackett has been retired here today. Youngstown State still holds a 4-2 lead as we head to the top of the 5th. We'll have the reveal of our trivia question that I posed to you back in the top of the 3rd when we come back right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Back here at Stellar Field, Youngstown State leading Bowling Green 4-2. And we're in the top of the 5th. You know what that means, Sam. We have our reveal for the trivia question. So, I pose to you, back in the top of the 3rd, which player has the most postseason home runs all time in MLB history? Your options were A, Jose Altuve, B, Bernie Williams, C, Albert Pujols, and D, Manny Ramirez. You were leaning Pujols. Are you going to go with your gut or go against it? Do you have a final guess?
Well, I'm between Pujols and Bernie Williams just for the fact that both of them have played in so many playoff series, but I'm going to stick with Albert Pujols.
You're going to stick with Albert Pujols. Unfortunately, you are now 0-2 in trivia this season. It is not Albert Pujols. Do you have another guess? I'll give you, this won't count towards your record, but I'll give you a redemption guess.
I'm going to say Bernie Williams as my guess.
It is not Bernie Williams. It is actually Manny Ramirez.
What?
29 postseason home runs for Manny Ramirez. But Jose Altuve is creeping up on him. He's not the farthest off. All those guys are pretty close. Albert Pujols actually has the fewest out of that group.
Oh, my goodness.
Not to make you feel bad, but he has the most home runs overall out of all of them. Manny Ramirez has 29 postseason home runs. Jose Altuve has 27. Bernie Williams has 22. As this one blooped to the right side and caught by Brady Birchmeyer for the first out of the inning. Braden Kurger out. New pitcher into the game for Bowling Green is Ty Roeder. And to finish that thought off, Albert Pujols is tied with Alex Bregman, Corey Seager, and George Springer for 6th all-time with 19 postseason home runs.
Well, I mean, I guess the Astros really got a lot of people up there then.
Kind of makes sense with the allegations of the juiced balls around that time and the sign-stealing scandals. Roeder's pitch down the middle for a strike with the fastball, 1-1 on Cole Smith.
Yeah, still pretty surprised, though. Manny Ramirez, I guess he has played in quite a few teams as well.
Yeah.
Didn't really think I kind of eliminated him first, so didn't really think I should have thought harder about that one.
This one fouled off to the left side. Ty Roeder spent the past 2 seasons at Wright State. Right-handed junior, 6'4", 226, from Waterville, Ohio, attended Wayne High School. The 1-2 pitch by him. It's down low for a ball. Count goes to 2-2. 2-0 on the season. This is his 9th appearance all out of the bullpen. A 5.82 ERA in 17 innings. 18 strikeouts to 6 walks. Nice strikeout to walk ratio. This one flown out. Shallow center field, drifting towards right center field. Coming in and dropping the ball is Caden Parker. Parker called off TJ Tackett and Sam Seidel, the center fielder and second baseman for BG, and dropped the ball.
Yeah, I thought that was Tackett's ball there. It was more towards right field, but Parker had to run a long way to even get to that ball. He was played fairly deep against Smith there, and really close to the closer to the line than normal with the wind blowing to right field. So tough play, but I think that could have been Tackett's ball there.
I think I have to agree with you on that one. As we have a check swing, a little bit of a sword there on the high fastball by Roeder by Nathan Beckley. Beckley has grounded out the second and been hit by a pitch so far today. Roeder ahead in the count 0-1 with one out in the inning. Fastball foul to the back. Count goes to 0-2.
And really, so far, the difference in the game has been the errors for Bowling Green. The Curlis error giving up two runs. Now we got another error here on Parker. And a couple other plays that could have gone either way between errors or base hits. So Bowling Green's defense not playing the best right now.
Defense hasn't been the sharpest over the recent stretch of games compared to the beginning of the season. This one low and outside for a ball, 1-2. Final line for Titus Lotz. He goes one inning, gives up 2 hits, 1 run, which is earned, does not walk a batter, and strikes out 1. Throws a total of 22 pitches. The 1-2 delivery by Roeder. This one fouled off to the left side. We'll do it again at 1-2. Cole Smith standing on first after reaching on the air by Caden Parker, just dropping the ball. Have to wonder if maybe got it caught in the sun. His hat did fly off after his chasing after it, so that is a possibility.
Yeah, the sun's been pretty bad over there in right field as it's kind of combining with the wind to make it really hard.
Beckley took his time to get in the box there. Took a good 10 seconds to get in the box. The payoff pitch by Roeder. This one grounded to the right side through the infield. They're going to hold off Smith at second. He was jogging to second. I think he may have had a shot if he wanted to attempt third. Never really seemed to have it in his mind. But it's going to be a one-out single for Beckley, his first hit of the game.
Yeah, that was weird. Smith, he really was jogging to second base there. And
Caden Parker doesn't have the biggest arm in right field. Not the biggest guy. It wasn't the hardest hit ball. Could have had an attempt there. We'll never know. But it's runners on first and second for Youngstown State with Garrett Cutting into the box. First pitch, low and outside on the off speed for a ball. Rutter's command has not been the sharpest in this inning. Not the worst either. From the stretch, double steal on. This one foul to the back. Both runners will have to return to their respective bags.
A bit of a dangerous foul ball there as it squeaked through the netting and ricocheted down into the bleachers there.
Cole Smith on the season, 4 for 4 on stolen bases. Nathan Beckley is 3 for 4. The 1-1 pitch by Roeder. Runners hold. It's down and outside with the off speed. Didn't miss by a ton. Count goes to 2-1. Still just one out here in the top of the 5th. Youngstown State leads 4-2. As we have time called at the plate.
And both Cutting and Beckley, who's on first base, they take their time to get into the box. We talked about Beckley earlier. He gets into the box around 12 seconds on the clock. Now
Home plate umpire Michael Schultz calling time, writing down something on his notepad, talking to Garrett Cutting. Not exactly sure what's going on. Still talking to Cutting and maybe Coop McKenzie behind the plate. Puts his notepad away, his pen back in his chest pocket, puts back the mask on his head, and we're ready to go. So not exactly sure what that was. but the count's still 2-1 with one out. Nothing there changes. Roeder ready to go. Delivers. Fastball driven up the middle. It's going to be a base hit. They're going to send Cole Smith around. The throw in from Tackett's cut off by Roeder. It's going to be an RBI single by Garrett Cutting. And Youngstown State extends their lead to 3 runs, 5-2.
Yeah, Roeder, his fastball looking really straight right now. And although he's controlling it well, it's just been jumped on by Youngstown State hitting so far. That's their second hit and third base runner on the inning.
Yeah, he usually has a little bit of rise, a little bit of life to it. I like that observation. There's not much going on with it. It is pretty flat right now. Beckley advances to second as the first pitch to Shannon is down and outside. Nice slide over by McKenzie to stop it.
And now Roeder's got to be really careful here. Shannon got a triple last at bat in the fourth. So he's got to be really careful with him.
The 1-0 pitch down and outside for a ball. Count goes to 2-0. Like you said, that triple, also a walk. He scored twice. Eli Brown, who has an RBI ground out, awaits on deck. The 2-0 pitch by Ty Roeder. Swing and a miss. It's fouled off to the back, actually. A foul tip. So the count moves to 2-1. Roeder looking to escape out of the inning without any further damage. Giving up 1 run already. Runner still on first and second with just 1 out. The 2-1 pitch to Brady Shannon. This one fouled back behind us up here in the press box. Count goes even to 2-2.
Yeah, limiting the damage here will be huge for Rover. We've seen the other pitchers, do it for Bowling Green after giving up 1 run, so we'll see if he can continue that trend here.
Roeder comes set from the stretch. Couple looks back to second. Late kick delivery to the plate. Got him on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch by Ty Roeder. Paints the corner. Sets down Shannon looking. First strikeout of the day for Roeder. And 4th overall by BG pitcher. That's going to be 5th overall by BG pitchers.
Yeah, 5th overall and the 3rd Penguin to strike out looking today for Youngstown State.
Eli Brown comes up to the plate, the Bowling Green kid. First pitch to him. A little bit of a check swing. Nowhere near that one. Caught in the middle. And the count begins 0-1. Last time out for Ty Roeder was Friday against Kent State. Went 3 innings in relief for DJ Newman, who only lasted 2. Gave up 5 runs as his 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 0-2. Gave up 3 runs, 2 of which were earned. 2 hits. Struck out a batter. Gave up a home run. And threw 19 pitches. My apologies, I was reading a different stat line there. That's why it didn't sound right. Three innings, 5 runs given up as it's a swing and a miss. That stat line will have the hold off as that's the end of the inning. Strikeout there, back-to-back Ks for Ty Roeder. Roeder now multiple strikeouts in 6 of his 9 appearances this season. He's been a high strikeout guy for the Falcons and escapes the inning without any further damage. But Youngstown State does add 1 to the board. They lead 5-2 over Bowling Green as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Here at Stellar Field on WBGU 88.1 FM.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
please be done.
Over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
To listen to replays of recent Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcasts, tune in to WBGU 88.1 FM every weekday morning from midnight to 3 a.m.
Back here at Stellar Field, Tyler Kablitz alongside Sam Morris from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Sam, this Bowling Green offense has gone a little stagnant as of late. The Falcons have not scored a run in 3 straight innings after scoring 2 in the first. They have 2, 3, 4, 2 up, and Caden Parker, DJ Newman, Brady Birchmeyer. What do you want to see out of this Falcons offense?
I want to see a leadoff hit here by Parker.
Simple enough. He does just that, lines it up the middle, almost takes the head off Mikos. He ducks out of the way, and it is a leadoff single by Caden Parker. You get your wish.
Well, that is a great sign for Bowling Green starting off the inning like that. My point with that prediction was the last couple innings they've only gotten their base runners after 2 outs. So that is huge for them starting off the inning like that. Now they just need to continue that offense here with Newman.
Gaining a little confidence over there, changing it from a wish to a prediction, I see.
Okay, well, I meant wish.
The first pitch to DJ Newman in there for a strike. Newman thought about going, held up. Caden Parker with the leadoff single for Bowling Green to begin the inning.
Yeah, I knew Caden Parker. He'd have my back there. Good base
Looking
hit.
at the magic ball.
Yeah.
Big swing and a miss by Newman. Wanted all of that, got none. Count goes to 0-2. DJ Newman doubled his first time up before grounding out to Mikos. Mikos pickoff attempt. He has a good pickoff attempt, I have to say. Him and Nate Kress have really good pickoff moves. We saw that on display throughout this game here today. Mikos' 0-2 delivery, just off the outside corner, not by much. And Hadley had Parker scurrying back to the bag. Thought about throwing over there to first, did not. Parker not the biggest steal threat on the base pass. Another pickoff attempt to him.
Well, last time Hadley tried backpicking Parker, it went into right field, and he ended up
May have
going
had
to
that in
second.
the back of his head just a
Yeah.
little bit. The 1-2 pitch to DJ Newman up high for a ball. Caden Parker this season, 4 stolen bases on 6 attempts. He's riding a 16-game on-base streak. Count even now at 2-2. The pitch to Newman, off speed, froze him, and it was just a bit high. Newman may have gotten a little bit lucky on that one.
Yeah, I think a little bit is generous there. That looked like a very good breaking ball there by Mikos.
Either way, the count goes full to 3-2. The payoff pitch by Mikos, off speed, up high and outside, and DJ Newman battles back in the count to draw a walk. Reaches base for the second time here today. Advances Caden Parker to second with Brady Birchmeyer, the team's leader in RBIs with 31 coming up to the plate.
And Mikos' body language after that, he looks really upset after those couple of calls there. And especially getting 2 strikes on Newman, allowing that walk and still nobody out. If you're Mikos, you just got to remind yourself that your team's up 3 right now. Just take a deep breath and settle in here against Birchmeyer.
Brady Birchmeyer today grounding out to short. That was an RBI ground out back in the first. He also singled and was caught out at second in a fielder's choice. Big swing and a miss on the first pitch of the at-bat. Fastball down the middle, couldn't connect. Mikos starts ahead in the count. DJ Newman on first, Caden Parker on second. Nobody out here. In the bottom of the 5th. The pitch to Birchmeyer, and it hit him. Brady tried to back out of the way, couldn't get out of the way, and he gets a free 90 feet down to first base, and the bases are loaded with Sam Seidel, the second baseman, coming up to the plate. And we're going to have a mound visit as it appears some action is going to start getting underway down there, down the right field line in the Youngstown State bullpen.
Yeah, this is the first time since the very beginning of the game that Mikos has looked a little rattled here. And with Seidel coming up, to your point, he's been on fire. Since hitting that walk-off against Purdue Fort Wayne, he is 9 for 15 with 7 RBIs, 7 walks, and a double. So he has been one of the hottest players on Bowling Green's lineup. And we'll see if he can continue it here. Another huge RBI opportunity here with bases juiced and nobody out.
Definitely is. He's singled today and hit it safely into a fielder's choice. This is the chance for Bowling Green to get back into this game. They have to capitalize on this inning. They've already left 5 runners on the base pass. Can't afford to do it here in this inning. Down 5-2 with a base pass loaded. Nobody on the bottom of the 5th. Brady Birchmeyer stands on first. DJ Newman on second. Caden Parker on third. First pitch to Sam Seidel in there for a strike to begin the at-bat for Mikos. Nobody's throwing yet in that Youngstown State bullpen. Some arms getting loose. The 0-1 pitch to Seidel, swinging. Slices it foul to the left side, just past the batting cages behind the Bowling Green bullpen. And the count goes to 0-2. It appears it's going to be a right-hander warming up in the Penguins bullpen. 0-2 the count. Mikos against Seidel at the plate. Bases loaded, nobody on the bottom of the 5th. Seidel swinging, lines it just in front of the Youngstown State dugout. Hit that railing. And we'll do it again at 0-2.
That almost took out a couple of Penguins over there. That was a hot shot to the Youngstown State bench there.
Mikos comes set from the stretch. The leg kick and the delivery. Check swing by Seidel. Did he go? No. Appeal down to Stephen Miller, the third base umpire, says he held out. The count moves to 1-2.
And if Bowling Green can break through here and get a couple of runs, Mikos will probably be out of this game. He is looking a little upset here after the couple of these calls by Schultz.
Maybe running out of gas just a little bit. The 1-2 pitch to Sam Seidel. Swinging, grounds it through the infield to the right side. Scoring is Parker. Newman rounding third. He will score as the throw goes to third base. A 2 RBI single by Sam Seidel brings Bowling Green back within 1 run.
And that's the only downside about playing double play defense there with bases loaded. You have a huge gap towards the first base side, and Seidel hit it right in between second and first base. Looked a lot like that walk-off I was just talking about against Purdue Fort Wayne. Clutch base hit there by Seidel.
Beautiful job of hitting by Sam Seidel. Not doing too much. Brady Birchmeyer advances 1 base to second. Sam Seidel now on first for Coop McKenzie. Mikos still in the game with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Bowling Green has cut the deficit down to 5-4. It's grounded to short. Cutting gives it to Smith for 1 at second, and the relay to Beckley in time at first. Double play turned by Youngstown State. Brady Birchmeyer does advance to third, but there are 2 out in the inning.
Yeah, McKenzie putting it in play this time. He struck out the last 2, but Taylor made double play. Just a slow roller right to shortstop. And now we have a pinch hitter here for Bowling Green. It's Zach Horkey coming in for Gavin Gannon.
Batting for Gannon, a junior from Blissfield, Michigan, number 34, Zach Horkey.
His high school teammate.
Gannon struggling today with 2 strikeouts, so he gets pulled. Zach Horkey comes into the game. First pitch to him, a strike. Zach Horkey this season, batting .346, his 12th game, and his 7th in off the bench for Bowling Green. His off-speed misses outside for a ball. Count goes to 1-1. He played on Saturday and Sunday against Kent State, going a total of 1 for 2 with a double. Swinging, grounds this to third. Fielded by Rover. He'll throw across the diamond for the out. Bowling Green has the bases loaded with nobody out, I should say. They scored 2 runs. Bring it down to a 1-point deficit. Youngstown State still leading 5-4 as we head to the top of the 6th right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
You have the right to know. The right to know about culture. The right to know about the economy. The right to know about technology and to know about sports. You have the right to know about education and politics and the weather. You have the right to know what's happening abroad and in your backyard. But above all else, you have the right to know that this right is under attack, and we must work to protect it. Because in order to be free, we must be informed. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Beskid, BGSU radio faculty advisor. You can catch all the Falcon Media Sports Network broadcasts on our two stations, WBGU 88.1 FM and Falcon Radio, which can both be found on bgfalconmedia.com. Ziggy.
Back here at Stellar Field, Bowling Green has cut the deficit down to 5-4 after scoring 2 runs. In the bottom of the 5th, we head to the top of the 6th. Youngstown State still ahead. It's another new pitcher for Bowling Green, Carson Silva, on the mound for the Falcons. Silva is a freshman right-hander, big figure on the mound, 6'8", 197 from Liberty Township, Ohio, attended Bishop Fenwick High School. Silva is 0-1 this season, a 10.64 ERA. He's thrown 11 innings across 7 outings, 4 of them from the bullpen, 3 of them starts. Today will be his 8th appearance of the year. 6 strikeouts to 8 walks, not the greatest strikeout-to-walk ratio, giving up 14 runs, 13 of which are earned. Opponents have hit 3 doubles and 2 home runs against them, and they are batting .360 against Silva.
And if you're Silva, you got to get this leadoff hitter here, Hadley. Fossum's on deck. He has 1 home run, and he's gotten on base 3 times every single time he's been up. So big first hitter here for Silva to get.
After pinch hitting for Gavigan, Zach Corky moves into left field for the Falcons. First pitch by Silva, I should say, up high to McKenzie. Passed his glove to the backstop. That's one thing Silva has really struggled with, is wild pitches. 6 wild pitches in 11 innings this season. This one driven out deep left center field. Going after it is Horky and Tackett. It's going to one-hop the wall. Rounding first, going towards second is Caleb Hadley, and he'll stroll in with a stand-up leadoff double for Youngstown State to begin the top of the 6th.
Well, Hadley's had a great game in that 9th spot. He's the backup catcher for the Penguins, but getting the start today, and he's 2 for 3 now. A single and a double. So a little bit of a platoon there for the Penguins between him and Jack Johnson, similar to how Bowling Green has 3 catchers that they have played this season.
Back to the top of the order with Kyle Fossum. We have the final line for Ty Roeder. He goes an inning, gives up 2 hits, 1 run, which is unearned. No walks, 2 strikeouts. First pitch by Silva to Fossum. Off speed in there for a strike. Roeder threw 23 pitches in his outing. That was a good off-speed pitch to begin the at-bat by Silva. Doesn't have the fastest stuff, but does have some good breaking ball action. That fastball down the middle for a strike, 0-2. Silva last time out, he appeared in Saturday's game against Kent State. Threw an inning, 2 strikeouts across 18 pitches. The 0-2 to Fossum. This one line down the left field. Line, but just foul by a few feet. That would have scored a run if it was fair, but Silva avoids that, and he'll pitch again here on the 0-2 count.
If you're Silva, this should be nowhere near the zone. Not a wild pitch like you said, but 0-2 count here.
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss on the fastball. Kyle Fossum down on strikes for the first time here today, and retired for the first time. He had reached base all previous 3 at-bats.
Yeah, Fossum, that is his one weakness. He's got 21 strikeouts on the season, so when you're batting over 470 now, that is probably almost close to like majority of the times he's gotten out here with 21 strikeouts.
Tommy Rover steps up to the box. First pitch to him, high and outside with the fastball. Rover has a single, a strikeout looking, and a ground out to the pitcher today. One-0 count on Rover. Silva takes a look back at second. From the stretch, leg kick and delivery. Off speed, misses inside for a ball. Silva is kind of the story of just a blow-up outing for the most part. A 10.64 earned run average this season. On March 18th against Purdue Fort Wayne, he pitched just an inning and a third, gave up 6 runs, all of which were earned, including 2 home runs in that outing. If you take that out, his ERA would be down to a 6.51. Almost cuts it in half if you take out just 1 of his 7 outings so far this year.
Yeah, that was the other game I broadcasted with you, Tyler, and Yeah, he really just struggled from the jump there with that Osterhaus home run. And like you said, he gave up another home run later as well, so he just couldn't really find his footing in that game.
Fouled off to the back, so the count's 2-1. Silva's next pitch. This chopped over to the right side. Fielded by Seidel at second. He tosses over to Birchmeyer at first. Throw over to third, not in time. Hadley was getting a little bit off third. Birchmeyer saw it. Almost got him out. There is the out over at first, though. It's a 4th-ranked ground out to Sam Seidel. So 2 outs in the inning. Brings up Braden Kuriger with Hadley over at third.
And you got to love the heads-up baseball there by Birchmeyer at first base. Didn't get the out, but just that kind of being able to be prepared there for Birchmeyer at first base, you'll get one of those sooner or later.
Birchmeyer with a high baseball IQ over there at first. Silva's first pitch to Kuriger. Beautiful off-speed pitch. Dropping down from about his head.
Yeah, his off-speed's looking really nice so far.
You got to think, he has such an advantage because he is 6'8". He's releasing that ball 5, 6, 7 feet closer to the plate since he's on the mound. Stretching out. Off speed again, catches the outside corner. Down the count 0-2 is Kuriger. He struck out Fossum with the fastball. We'll see if he goes to a third straight breaking ball or goes back to a fastball here. It is a fastball. It's swung on and fouled off to the right side. We'll do it again at 0-2. 2 outs here, top of the 6th. Youngstown State leading Bowling Green 5-4. Runner on third for the Penguins is in the form of Caleb Hadley. Carson Silva has Braden Kuriger, the center fielder and 3-hole batter for Youngstown State, down the count. 0-2. This one misses up high with a breaking ball. Count goes to 1-2. 3 off-speed pitches and 1 fastball in this at-bat by Carson Silva. Silva comes set from the stretch. Leg kick, delivery, swung on and missed on the breaking ball. Carson Silva allows a leadoff double, and Hadley stranded at third. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Silva. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Youngstown State leading Bowling Green 5-4 here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey there, I'm Ben Korak, the voice of Falcon Hockey, and you are listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for BGSU hockey.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
Brandon Mikos still out there on the mound for Youngstown State. It'll be interesting to see how long he goes. It's 8-9, then back top of the order for Bowling Green. Braden Curlis, Gunnar Antillion leading things off here for the Falcons. Pitch count for Mikos currently sitting at 87. So they cannot, you would not think they're going to leave him out there much longer.
Yeah, that's a lot, especially for someone this is only his 3rd start of the season.
Threw 75 last time out, March 18th against Mercyhurst. We'll see how long they leave him out there. It'll be interesting. You would think maybe first hit you pull him. Gets 2 outs, you might pull him before he faces Tackets. We'll see what the game plan is here. Braden Curlis leads things off for Bowling Green. 0 for 2 on the day. Flown out to right field, grounded out to the pitcher, Mikos, and has walked his last time up. First pitch by Mikos, fastball down the middle for a strike. This one down low for a ball, so pitch 90 upcoming right here for Brandon Mikos.
Yeah, I really don't expect him to get past Antillion like you were saying here.
The 1-1 pitch by Brandon Mikos, foul to the back netting, behind the plate by Curlis. And it's a 1-2 count on the Bowling Green third baseman. Curlis still hitless here today. The 1-2 pitch by Miko, off speed. This one driven, going towards left center. Wind pushing it towards center. Diving is Kuriger, and he made the catch, but he is still down in pain. Tosses the ball up to one of his teammates as the trainers rush out. What a diving play by Kuriger out there in center field to make the catch. And we have to hope he's okay. We're going to take a quick break here on WBGU 88.1 FM. Gunnar Antillion coming up to bat when we come back. On November 30th, 2024, BGSU women's basketball defeated Arkansas 79-78. The win over the SEC opponent was arguably the biggest of the Fred Shamil era in Bowling Green. Falcon Media Sports Network's Caden Knapp had the call on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Tightly guarded by Velasco. 5 seconds on the clock. Passing out. There's a three from the far side wing. No good. It's no good. Laura Gurka gets the rebound, and the BGSU Falcons have defeated the Arkansas Razorbacks, coming back from 14 down to win 79-78. A huge team win.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call. After the tremendous diving play to make the out on Braden Curlis in center field, it appears Kuriger is coming out of the game, walking very gingerly with some trainers and coaches back to the dugout for Youngstown State. We'll see who they replace him with. Haven't been able to see a number out there. But that's very unfortunate for Kuriger, and we can only hope that that's nothing long-term for him, because that was a tremendous play by him.
And it looks like we're going to have a couple of substitutions here.
It was good, though, to see him walk off under his own power. Didn't need to be helped off. It was gingerly, but he did walk off under his own power. Gunnar Antillion will be coming up the bat for Bowling Green. Miko's going to get some practice pitches here, as will the infield and outfield. They'll warm up a little bit. We'll see once all these defensive fielding positionings. This is going to be very interesting to see. I think they're trying to move some of their pieces that are currently in the field. Youngstown State explaining it to home plate umpire Michael Scholes. So Eli Brown is going to move to center. I can tell you that much at this point. So Brown moves from left to center. I'm going to shift a few things around here, Sam.
It looks like
Cole Smith goes from second to first.
Cole Smith goes from second to first.
Nathan Beckley from right field. From first base to right field.
Beckley goes from first base to right field.
Jay Rona in the game at second base.
And Jay Rona comes into the game at second base. Don't know who the left fielder is just yet. Antillion lays this down. It's going to be fielded by the catcher, Hadley, and he throws him out at first. Back at the top of the order with TJ Tackett. We have a mystery man out there in left field. It's going to be
top of the order, the center fielder.
It's saying Beckley to left. So we'll go with that. First pitch to Tackett is down outside for a ball. And Miko's still in the game against TJ Tackett. Sam wasn't expecting this. Fastball misses. 2-0.
Yeah, he's got to be getting close to 100 now. And to your point, the outfield looks like they've just completely shifted. I'm not exactly sure who's in left field, though.
Same Beckley here. They announced Beckley in right. We'll figure it out at some point. Big swing and a miss by Tackett on the 2-0 count. Wanted that one. Count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, wherever Beckley's at in the outfield, he started off at first base, and he was a catcher in high school, so he is
all-around athlete right there.
Big utility man.
This one chopped down the third base line, and it's going to go off the third base bag. It'll be an infield single for TJ Tackett. He beats the shift.
Man, Rover can just not get any luck over there at third base with these slow rollers. This time you could tell he was waiting for it to go foul, and it hit the bag, throws his hands up. Nothing he could do on that one. Another infield single down the third base line for Bowling Green.
Caden Parker up the bat for Bowling Green. Pickoff attempt over to first. Tackett's back in time.
Close again, though, to first base.
Okay, so the defensive positioning. Hadley's behind the plate. Miko's still out there on the mound. Another pickoff attempt by Miko's. Back and safe as Tackett's. Smith is at first from second. Jay Rona is into the game at second base. Cutting still at short. Rover's still at third. Beckley goes from first to left. Brown goes to center field. And Shannon is still in right. And throw down on a steal attempt here by TJ Tackett, and he's nowhere near close. Caught stealing there. And that's going to be the third and final out of the inning. Second time this season, Tackett has been caught stealing. Gets up a little gingerly. Hope that he's okay. And we go to the top of the second. Youngstown State coming up to bat. When we come back, they lead Bowling Green 5-4 right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Time now for your WBGU community calendar. Saturday, March 29th is Ladies' Day with pickleball in the BGSU Epler South Gym from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Going on all April long, it's the 5th annual Easter egg scavenger hunt at the Wood County Museum. Kids can find all 10 egg signs and collect the clues all around the museum grounds to win a prize. This is a free community event. And in celebration of the Wood County District Public Library's 150th birthday, it's the Books with Friends discussion. This book club takes place every month. The book for April 17th is The Secret Lives of Booksellers and Librarians by James Patterson and Matt Eversman. I'm Nate. That's a look at what's happening around the community on Northwest Ohio's community station, WBGU 88.1 FM.
Back here on WBGU 88.1 FM right at Stellar Field, Bowling Green, Youngstown State. Falcons trail the Penguins 5-4 as we go to the top of the seventh. Carson Silva still on the mound for Bowling Green. He'll work into his second inning of action. Surrendered a leadoff double last inning, but stranded Hadley at third base. 3 straight outs after that, including 2 strikeouts for the 6'8" Carson Silva. He will face 4, 5, 6 in the order for Youngstown State. Cole Smith, Nathan Beckley, Garrett Cutting, and there is no more defensive positioning on Bowling Green's side. The only thing is, remember, Zach Corky is now in left field for Gavin Gannon.
Penguins, the number 4 hitter, the first baseman, Cole Smith.
First pitch to Cole Smith. Misses for a ball. So I would assume
Rona would be batting third.
Rona would be into the game for him because everyone else just moved around. This one lofted deep right field. Going back is Parker. He's going to stop and watch that one fly into the trees. A leadoff home run for Cole Smith. Puts Youngstown State up 6-4 over the Falcons. That one a no-doubter into right field by the tennis courts.
Yeah, Smith hammered that one. He hit it right on the barrel. And like you said, a no-doubter there for Smith. Crushing it into right center field. And the Penguins will extend their lead to 2 now against Sova.
For Cole Smith, that is his first home run of the season. And it's going to be his 10th run batted in.
I was noticing that when writing the lineups down that he was in the cleanup spot, and he is one of the only people on the team without a home run.
This one popped into shallow left field, and it's going to be a sliding catch by Gunnar Antillian, moving back from his shortstop position. Tremendous play by Antillian to retire Nathan Beckley.
Great range there by Antillian, and he tracked it really, really well. Like we've said all game, the wind is blowing out to right, so not that big of a factor in that play. Great tracking there by Antillian, really looking like an outfielder there at shortstop.
Garrett Cutting into the box. Cutting has an RBI to his name today. Off speed makes Cutting back away, as it's just a little bit inside, not by much. Cutting's 1 for 3 in the day. That RBI single to go along with a fly out to right and a ground out to short. Pops this one up to the right side. We'll see if it gets out of play. It's going to be just over the Youngstown State dugout over to that right side.
Yeah, no wind there. Birchmeyer could have had that against the fence, but the wind blowing it just over the wall as some kids here at Stellar Field will race over to get it.
It's a 1-1 count now on Garrett Cutting. Sova's delivery, off speed down low. Sova falls behind in the count, 2-1. Cutting coming into the game, batting .224 this season. Grounds this one to the left side. It's going to be fielded by Curlis at third. Take his time, fire a bolt across the diamond. Nice stretch by Brady Birchmeyer to retire Garrett Cutting for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, great improvement there by Curlis. Like you said, took his time and throwing off both feet this time instead of a one-arm, sidearm throw like the last error. And we were talking about off-air how for Curlis now it's just like mentally getting back into the game after that error and getting picked off. So a nice play there at third base from Curlis.
Brady Shannon into the batter's box. Thought about going at a first pitch off speed, did not go, but it is called a strike by Schultz at home plate. Silva starts ahead in the count 0-1. Another off speed, this one right down the middle. Shannon holds up, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Struck out looking his last time up. He's also tripled and walked, scored twice in today's game. Silva's 0-2 delivery. This one grounded to Curlis at third. Back-to-back groundouts to Braden Curlis at third base. Back-to-back tremendous stretches over by Birchmeyer at first base. And the inning is over, but not before Youngstown State adds another run off a solo shot by Cole Smith. They lead 6-4 as we head to the 7th inning stretch. Bowling Green coming up the bat when we come back right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hello, this is Josh Erlandson on BGSU men's soccer, and these are my Falcon 4 teammates that I'd bring on a cross-country road trip. First, I'll say Trace Terry, because he's the Ox man, you know, good vibes, good music, whole time cross-country. Beto, because I've lived with him for 3 years, so I know he won't annoy me, and I know he'll be prepared for the trip too. B-Game, he'd plan a good trip, so that's probably why B-Game. And then the last one would be Jake Lane, you know, because energy the whole trip, you know, that'd be good for the vibes too.
Miss a BGSU sports broadcast? Head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel to listen to past calls by Falcon Media Sports Network.
Back out on the mound is Brandon Mikos. I don't think we thought we would see him back on the mound. Or apology, he's not on the mound. I thought I was going insane there for a second. So Mikos I believe he hit triple digits. Let's see. He ended up with 98 pitches on the day for Brandon Mikos is what he exits the game with. Mikos goes 6 innings pitched. He gives up 10 hits, 4 runs, all of which are earned, walks 3 batters, and strikes out 4. A very solid outing by Brandon Mikos. And coming on to the mound for the Penguins is going to be Gavin Wilms, a sophomore right-hander, 6'3", 225, from Salem, Ohio, attended Salem High School. He's 0-1 this season, a .982 ERA, 3 2/3 innings pitched across 3 appearances, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, giving up a double, opponents hitting .267 against him. First pitch to Caden Parker, foul to the back. Parker was up the bat when TJ Tackett was caught stealing at second to end the bottom of the 6th. Bowling Green trailing by 2, 6-4 against Youngstown State here at Stellar Field. Fastball down and outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Great outing by Brandon Mikos. Did what Youngstown State needed him to do. Came out back in that bottom of the 6th. Worked a 1-2-3 inning. If you count that. A non-traditional 1-2-3 innings. This one lined up the middle. Pass cutting at shortstop, and it's going to be a leadoff single for Caden Parker. His 3rd hit of the game, all singles for Parker.
Caden Parker just tears up Horizon League pitching between this game and the Purdue-Fort Wayne
Maybe
game.
Something he doesn't like about the conference.
Yeah, 3 hits today, all line drive base hits.
But what are what's your final thoughts on Mikos' outing here today?
Well, it seems like Youngstown State has 3 main starting pitchers that they've been using, and Mikos can be a quality 4th one for them. Just his 3rd start, but a very surprisingly really good game for him. He came into the game north of 10 ERA, and he played very well for Youngstown State today.
DJ Newman, check swing, fouls it off, foul tip at the plate. Newman today is 1 for 2. He's doubled and grounded out to Mikos when he was on the mound. He has also walked his last time up and came around to score in the bottom of the 5th. He has a runner on first, then Caden Parker with nobody out. Wilms comes set, delivers. This one chopped up the middle. Cutting going to field it. Flip it with his glove over the head of Rona. And taking off from second is Parker. He's going to go to 3rd. Cutting tried to get fancy with it. And it ends up burning him. As it's going to be an error that allows Caden Parker to advance to 3rd. Heads up base running by Parker on the mistake by Cutting.
And that play looked like something that would get you cut from a high school baseball tryout there. Cutting just completely flipped the ball with his glove, and it was nowhere close to being able to flip that to second base. Almost like a no-look type of situation. He did not need to do that at all. It could have been an easy flip to get the force out. I guess he was trying to get the double play, but not a good decision by Cutting there.
Some laissez-faire defense by Youngstown State. So Newman's going to reach on a fielder's choice, and Parker's going to advance to 3rd on the error by Cutting. This one found to the back by Brady Birchmeyer. Birchmeyer today has an RBI to his name, a ground-out RBI in the bottom of the 1st. Since then, he has singled and been hit by a pitch. It's down the count 0-2 with runners on the corners for him. Nobody out. This one down low, and Hadley couldn't find it. And advancing to second is going to be DJ Newman.
And an interesting play there. That looked like a fastball to the plate. I don't know if Hadley thought it was going to be a breaking ball, but he dropped down to his knees. It was not in the dirt. It was low, but not nowhere near the dirt. And Hadley dropped down to his knees, and it went almost through his legs there. Lucky it was not to the backstop there as it hit his back foot.
Scored a wild pitch. The 1-2 pitch to Birchmeyer. Grounded down 3rd base. Rover can't field it cleanly. And that's going to score a run as Parker comes in to score, and Newman's going to advance to 3rd as the ball got away from Rover over at 3rd.
Well, the Penguins' defense just falling apart here in this inning so far.
That might be an understatement. Back to back to back, just bad defensive plays by Youngstown State.
And Bowling Green's been swinging the bat well, though. They're putting the ball in play, and that's huge. When you had all those strikeouts earlier in the game, that was not not exactly what they wanted, and now putting the ball in play, even though there haven't been hits like Birchmeyer's had a couple of times, they've been getting on base with these errors.
Rolled an RBI single by Brady Birchmeyer. This one ripped foul down the first base line by Sam Seidel. So 2 RBIs on the day for Brady Birchmeyer, 32 on the season. Sam Seidel has 2 RBIs today as well. He has runners on first and third for him with nobody on in the inning. Pops this one foul behind us. He's down the count 0-2. Bowling Green within 1 run now. They trail Youngstown State 6-5 here in the bottom of the 7th. Sam Seidel has 2 singles on the day. He's also reached safely on a fielder's choice. Has yet to be retired by Youngstown State pitchers. The 0-2 pitch by Wilms, swung on and missed at the plate by Sam Seidel. Seidel, retired by Penguins pitchers for the first time here today, goes down on strikes swinging.
Really good off-speed pitch there by Wilms. That just darted into Seidel as a lefty. Really good. It looked like a slider there by Wilms.
The catcher, Cooper McKenzie.
Coop McKenzie comes up to the plate for Bowling Green. First pitch to McKenzie, runs up inside and hits him. That was almost at his face. I think it caught his shoulder as he turned away from it. But that'll load the bases as Coop McKenzie appears to be A-OK walking down to first base. It'll load the bases for Zach Horkey, who came into the game for Gavin Gannon last at-bat.
Yeah, it was a scary pitch there. Almost got him, like you said, up near the face area. And Zach Horkey's on deck. He knows that all too well. Again, from the Purdue Fort Wayne game.
Yeah.
These Horizon League games looking eerily similar so far, except it's not 15-12 right now, like that game was. But
yeah, he got caught in the face by a pitch. I believe, based on what Halleck was saying post-game, it sounded like caught more of the helmet than the face, but still caught some of the face, and he was out for about a week after that. But he's back here with bases loaded. 1 out in the inning. Bowling Green trails Youngstown State 6-5 in the bottom of the 7th. Coop McKenzie on first. Brady Birchmeyer on second. DJ Newman on third. That first pitch down low for a ball. Horkey starts ahead in the count, 1-0. This is Bowling Green's chance to really break through here in this one. The pitch to Horkey, down low. Nice stop by Hadley behind the plate. Count goes to 2-0. Wilms not the greatest command since he's come into the game. He has a wild pitch and just hit McKenzie.
He's missing low a lot here. That first pitch, though, similar to last at-bat, Hadley looked a little confused on what the pitch was. It wasn't in the dirt again, but he dropped it.
The 2-0 to Horkey. Off speed, right into the zone. Count goes to 2-1. Horkey on the season has 1 home run, 2 doubles, he's driven in 7 runs. 2-1 the count on Horkey. Wilms delivers to the plate. Off speed, once again in the zone. Count goes even to 2-2. Wilms has worked back into the battle. Braden Curlis awaits on deck. If Horkey is able to do something here. It's down outside for a ball. The one thing Bowling Green cannot have is a ground ball in the infield with the bases loaded.
Yeah, double play in the 5th inning by McKenzie ended that inning, so definitely something you cannot have happen here if you're Horkey.
Full count now with bases loaded, 1 out in the inning. The pitch to Horkey, fouled off to the back. We'll do it once again. Full count. Standing on first, Coop McKenzie. On second, Brady Birchmeyer, DJ Newman over at third. Youngstown State leading over Bowling Green 6-5 here in the bottom of the 7th. The full count pitch from Wilms to Horkey. Grounded path, just foul. Past the third base bag and Rover. Down there on the left side, we'll do it once again for the 3rd straight time at 3-2.
And Tyler, this is exactly what you want from somebody that is coming off the bench in this game here. He's having a quality at-bat here in a big situation here for Horkey.
Wilms comes set. The payoff pitch from Wilms, swung on, And bounced fair down the third baseline by Horkey. 1 run comes home to score. Birchmeyer rounding third, comes home to score. It's going to be a 2 RBI double by Zach Horkey to move Bowling Green in front. 7-6.
What an inning for Bowling Green, and what an inning for the Youngstown State defense. Just another poor mistake there by Rover at third base.
He's had a tough day over there.
He has had a really tough day. The third and shortstop for Youngstown State on the left side of the infield. As the ball just bounced over his glove, looked like he could have made that play.
Chance for Bowling Green to really open things up here with Braden Curlis up to bat. First pitch ball down and outside. Coop McKenzie advanced to third on the double. Zach Horkey stands on second. The 1-0 pitch to Braden Curlis. Catches the inside corner. Curlis was backing away from that, but it caught the plate. Count goes even to 1-1. Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Bowling Green scored 2 in the inning on the 2 RBI double by Zach Horkey. They now lead 7-6 over Youngstown State. This one driven left field. Going to be just foul. Only by a couple of feet did Braden Curlis miss an RBI, probably a 2 RBI double down the left field line.
Yeah, Curlis has had some good swings today. He's lined out to center and flew out to right field, but some good swings from that 8 spot for Curlis. And like we talked about before, just mentally he's just got to stay focused after those couple of mistakes, and hopefully he'll be able to come through here for Bowling Green with a good redemption hit here.
The 1-2 pitch. This one driven deep left field, but foul by Curlis. Got a little under that one and a little ahead of it. Do it again at 1-2. Gavin Wilms on the mound for Youngstown State. 1-2 count on Braden Curlis. Runners on second and third with 1 out. Bounced in front of the plate, and nice stop by Hadley. He's had a couple of those nice stops here in this inning. And the count goes even to 2-2.
Yeah,
they're making Wilms work on the mound.
Yeah, for sure, and they're really working his pitch count, and Hadley has had a good inning here. He's had to stop a couple of balls getting thrown in the dirt here by Wilms.
A 2-2 pitch by Wilms. This one gets past Hadley. Coming home to score is McKenzie. It's going to be a hard round around third by Horkey, but he'll hold up there. And Coop McKenzie scores on the wild pitch. Bowling Green now ahead 8-6. A disastrous inning for Youngstown State.
And we've kind of seen at times throughout this game the defense not been the sharpest for both teams, but this inning is just something else here for the Penguins. Everyone on there on the field almost here has just made some sort of mistake, whether it be an error or a mental mistake out there, and Bowling Green has really capitalized on it.
Curlis still at the plate, full count. This one driven up the middle through the infield. It's going to score Horkey from third. An RBI single for Braden Curlis.
Great base hit there by Curlis. Drove it right up the middle.
The first collegiate run batted in for Braden Curlis puts Bowling Green up 9-6, and we have a mound visit for Youngstown State. That's going to be the end of the line for Gavin Wilms. We'll have a new pitcher in when we come back for the Penguins. Bowling Green leads 9-6. Braden Curlis standing at first. It'll be Gunnar and Tillian up to bat when we come back right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
If you're already awake between 4 and 6 a.m., you may as well have a good time. Check out Early Bird Oldies, playing all the hit music of a different generation on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU. Don't forget to listen to the morning show immediately following Early Bird Oldies every weekday, right here on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU softball faces Youngstown State in a doubleheader on Wednesday, March 26th. Join Falcon Media Sports Network's Henry Costco and Ben Korak starting at 2 p.m. for the first game on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Back here at Stellar Field, new pitcher into the game for Youngstown State is Sloan Ulrich. Ulrich, a junior left-hander, 6 foot, 190 from Solon, Ohio, attended Solon High School. His second season at Youngstown State, he previously played for Cuyahoga Community College and Indiana State. He does not have a decision this year. He has a save, a 3.48 ERA, 10 1/3 innings pitched, 9 games. This will be his 10th appearance, on all of them out of the bullpen. 5 strikeouts to 10 walks. Another guy with command issues for the Penguins. He's given up 5 runs for them earned this season, given up a double and 2 home runs. Opponents batting .270 against him.
Yeah, Ulrich definitely going to have some work to do here. Just one base runner, Curlis at first base, but Bowling Green has got crazy momentum here in this inning. Scored 5 runs in the inning and really just taken all the momentum back in this game.
Now on the mound for the Penguins, number 23, Sloan Ulrich.
Ulrich on the mound, last pitched on Sunday against Purdue Fort Wayne just a couple of days ago. 1 2 innings pitched, gave up a hit, walked 2 batters, got a strikeout, 34 pitches. So we'll see how much he has in the gas tank. Just a couple days removed from 34 pitches for him.
Yeah, that's a long reliever outing.
Antillian up to bat for Bowling Green. First pitch to him, up and outside for a ball. Bowling Green has exploded this inning. They've scored 5 runs. As All Speed catches the zone, count goes to 1-1. They now lead 9-6 over the Penguins. The 1-1 pitch. This one driven out right field. That's going to get into the corner. Antillian rounding first. They're going to send Braden Curlis around third. The throw in not nearly going to be in time. It's going to be an RBI triple for Gunnar Antillian. Bowling Green hits double digits. They're up 10-6.
What a game here from the 9 spot for Gunnar Antillian. He is 3 for 4. An amazing game here for him. A great opposite field power shot there down the right field line to knock into the 7, 8, 9 hitters with 5 RBIs in the 7th inning. Huge for the bottom of the order for the Falcons.
Caden Bates going to come in. The pinch hit for TJ Tackett. This one popped up to the right side. First baseman now Smith over there. Settles under it and makes the catch. So Caden Bates pinch hitting for TJ Tackett, retired on just 1 pitch. And Bowling Green, with just still 2 down here, have officially batted around. The nightmare for all scorekeepers everywhere.
Yeah, Tyler. Just not a good at-bat there by Bates. But like you said, Bowling Green, they have batted around this inning, and overall just a great team 7th inning here.
Caden Parker up to bat. This one down low to start the up-bat to Parker. Antillian still standing on third. Bowling Green now leading Youngstown State 10-6. Here in the bottom of the 7th, they've scored 6 runs in the inning. This one down and outside for a ball, 2-0. Ulrich, not the greatest command since coming into the game. A couple batters ago. The 2-0 pitch from the left-handed Ulrich. Grounded to cutting at short. He'll field it. Jump throw. It's over Smith. He can't glove it. Scoring is Antillian. Going from first to second is Caden Parker. Another defensive miscue by the Penguins.
And the left side of the infield has just had a nightmare game. Cutting and Rover have just not played good with their throws, their actual fielding the ground balls. They just have not look sharp at all, and especially in the 7th inning. An errant throw there. Smith almost got it at first base with the stretch, but not the tallest guy over there, and Cutting just threw it pretty much over his head.
An error on Cutting, throwing error on him over there at shortstop, and Newman lines this through the right side of the infield. They're going to send Caden Parker around. Throw-in's going to be cut off by Ulrich. An RBI single for DJ Newman puts Bowling Green up 11-6.
Everyone
actually 12-6 now. I'm one off there.
12-6.
They're scoring too many runs. I can't keep track of it, Sam.
What a 7th inning here for Bowling Green. 1 through 9.
The first baseman, Brady Birchmeyer.
Everyone is getting in on the hit parade here for Bowling Green. Another RBI, this time by Newman.
First of the game, first RBI of the game for DJ Newman. As Brady Birchmeyer, who has 2 runs batted in the game, comes up to bat. 2 singles on the day for Birchmeyer. Pickoff attempt over at first. Newman back in time. Bowling Green looking to continue this monster inning. An 8-run inning for the Falcons. Fastball misses outside by Ulrich. It's just turned into a disaster inning for the Penguins. Basically everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Very reminiscent of what happened at Bowling Green against Kent State on Saturday when the Golden Flashes put up 14, or 15, I should say, against the Falcons in 1 inning.
Yeah, very similar to that. Just a complete collapse here on defense for the Penguins in this inning.
It has been. They're up to 3 errors on the day. Bowling Green leading 12-6. The 1-1 pitch by Ulrich. Swing and a miss. Up high on the fastball by Brady Birchmeyer. He chased the high heat. He goes down the count 1-2. There's 2 outs in the inning. Standing on first is DJ Newman. He's the only base runner for the Falcons. 12-6, they lead over Youngstown State. Ulrich comes set. The left-hander looks back at first. Leg kick delivers home. Misses outside. Count goes even to 2-2.
And Ulrich's missed outside a lot in his couple plate appearances.
Ulrich comes set, taking his time. Look over to first once again. Now he delivers to the plate. 2-2, down low. Count goes full to 3-2. Couple not really close pitches. Back to back after he was ahead in the at-bat against Brady Birchmeyer. He's let Brady back in to this plate appearance. And it's a full count with 2 out. Newman off and running as it's roped foul by Birchmeyer. Newman will be off and running once again, standing over there on first with 2 outs and a full count.
Really good inside-out swing there by Birchmeyer. Just kept his hands inside. That was right in his wheelhouse there, a little bit late, a little bit out in front.
The 3-2 pitch by Ulrich is up high and outside for ball 4. And the inning continues for Bowling Green. Sam Seidel, who was the first out of the inning, comes up to bat again for the Falcons.
The second baseman, Sam Seidel.
Just the first walk allowed of the inning by a Youngstown State pitcher, which, I mean, they do have a hit by pitch if you want to consider that, but for Bowling Green to put up 8 runs in an inning with just 1 walk, and that coming in the latest at-bat, pretty incredible.
Yeah, we talked about the errors from Youngstown State, obviously, in this inning, but Bowling Green up to 16 hits now. So the offense has also just exploded in the 7th inning, really out of nowhere.
First pitch up high to Sam Seidel. The 1-0 pitch to Seidel. Swinging, pops this up to the left side. It's going to stay in play. Rover chasing it in foul territory. Makes the catch to end the inning. To finally end the inning. But Bowling Green scores 8. They lead over Youngstown State 12-6 as we head to the top of the 8th right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Follow and engage with BG Falcon Media on social media. Find the handle at BG Falcon Media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube for all sorts of content, including news information, BGSU athletics coverage, and feature stories from across campus. Enjoy specialty content such as full episodes of the local music showcase, Live and Loud. The coverage continues with BG Falcon Media on all major social platforms.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM. Back here at Stellar Field, Bowling Green, a tremendous last half inning. They lead now 12-6 after an 8-run inning. They had 6 hits, and Youngstown State had 2 errors in the frame. And we have another new pitcher on the mound for Bowling Green. It's C.J. Boudreau. You want to tell us a little bit about Boudreau, Sam?
Yeah, Boudreau so far this year has got a 10-12 ERA. He has got an 0-0 record, no starts. This is his 6th appearance of the year, all in relief. Boudreau's got 6 strikeouts and 7 walks, so a little bit of a rough ratio there, and opponents are hitting .348 off of Boudreau this season, so I'd really like to see him get a little more control in this game here, as the walk-to-inning ratio definitely not the best as of late.
Good experience for him to get in here into this game. For sure. Final line for Carson Silva. He goes 2 innings, 27 pitches, gives up 2 hits, 1 run, which is earned. Does not walk a batter, strikes out 2. Not the worst outing there by Carson Silva. First pitch to Eli Brown, the 8-hole hitter. It's Brown and Hadley, 8 and 9, and then back top of the order for Youngstown State. It's down low for a ball by Boudreau. Bowling Green pitchers today, as this one spiked in the dirt 2-0, have combined for just 1 walk and 8 strikeouts today. So a very good strikeout-to-walk ratio by the pitchers on the mound for the Orange and Brown here today. There is another right-hander up in the pen for the Falcons currently, as it's down and inside by Boudreau. He starts off his first batter in Eli Brown, 3-0.
If you're Boudreau, you got to battle back here. Brown's got 2 strikeouts on the night.
He does. Catches the outside corner of the fastball, 3-1. Boudreau's last time out was Saturday against Kent State. Pitched an inning, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, a wild pitch, and a hit by pitch, 29 pitches. Saw those control issues against the Golden Flashes. Catches the outside corner once again. Brown checks swing at it. I think he thought he had a walk. Was ready to walk down to first. He'll have to stay in there as the count goes full 3-2. Boudreau with a navy teal glove delivers. This one grounded to the left side. Going to be fielded by Antillion. He'll make a little bit of a jump throw over to first, but it's not going to be anywhere near in time. Just hit too far into that gap for Antillion to make a play. Brown speeding down the first base line has himself an infield single to begin the top of the 8th.
Yeah, the hit was just a little too soft off the bat for Antillion to be able to get a good enough throw on it, as Brown reached first base a little bit before they hopped to Birchmeyer.
Catcher, Caleb Hadley.
Hadley in the 9th spot is 2 for 3 today with a double and a single. He's honestly been one of the best hitters for the Penguins today in that 9th spot.
First pitch to him. Swing and a miss up high. Nice pitch by Boudreau to begin the at-bat. Boudreau has gotten a decent amount of experience here lately for Bowling Green in these late game periods. This one jammed inside and fouled off to the right side. Boudreau has 2 relatives that played at a college about 30 miles up north named Toledo. He was the TRAC Pitcher of the Year in 2022 in high school. Struggled with control as of late, multiple walks in 3 straight appearances. Saturday, though, was his first scoreless outing this season, looking to build off of that momentum here today. Fastball down the middle, ring him up. Beautiful pitch by Boudreau. Sets Hadley down on strikes, looking for the second time today.
And Boudreau just brought a little extra juice on that one. That was a very fast pitch right down the middle. Hadley looked a little confused to Michael Schultz on whether that was a ball or strike there, but to me it looked pretty good there for Boudreau. Changing the speeds up as well and getting Hadley to go to the bench.
Back to the top of the order, Kyle Fossum. First pitch to Fossum. Caught the inside corner, down low for a strike. Fossum started this game fast with a solo shot. He's cooled off since. Reached on an error by Braden Curlis in the second. Singled in the fourth. Struck out swinging last time up in the top of the sixth. The pitch to him. Big swing and a miss. Fossum's starting to look a little human over the past couple of innings. 0-2 count on Fossum. Boudreau comes set. Takes a couple peeks back at first. Leg kick delivery to the plate. Fastball just misses down low. Count goes to 1-2.
Beautiful 0-2 spot there by Boudreau. Pretty much unhittable there as it's below the knees. Changing the eye level there for Bowling Green freshman.
The 1-2 pitch by C.J. Boudreau. Check swing. Fastball just missed on the outside. Nice job of Fossum of holding back on that swing. Not nearly anywhere close to going around on it. Count now 2-2 with 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Bowling Green leading Youngstown State 12-6. Runner on first in the form of Eli Brown. Boudreau's pitch runs inside with the off speed and hits Fossum. Fossum trying to get out of the way, froze, nowhere to go. And with a 2-2 count, Boudreau makes the mistake of running too far inside, giving Fossum a free 90 feet.
Yeah, interesting pitch there. Fossum didn't really, like you said, he froze, didn't really turn around, and his bat came like halfway to the plate there. So an interesting.
Trying to say he might have gone around.
Oh no, he didn't go around.
Right.
But I'm just saying it was interesting because, like you said, he got froze on the pitch, and he didn't really turn as it hit him in the side instead of the back.
Fossum's going to walk that off for a second. He'll be okay down there at first, it appears. Tommy Rover up to bat. He's had a tough day defensively, and an equally tough day at the plate, just 1 for 4. First pitch by Boudreau to Rover. This one swung on, launched to right field. Going back is Parker. Is it going to stay fair? It will not. That one was absolutely drilled down the right field line, but could not straighten it out. It goes foul. Boudreau gets lucky, and it's just an 0-1 count.
That was one of the farthest balls I've seen hit here, but way foul.
Tried to do the same thing, turned on it, hit towards the Youngstown State dugout, and it's 0-2 on him now. We'll see if Boudreau maybe goes to the outside here, because everything going inside to Rover, he's absolutely turning on. A righty-lefty matchup. Boudreau's 0-2 delivery. He tries to go to the outside. It's grounded to first. Birchmeyer turns, goes to second for 1. Back to first. They turned it. What a play by Brady Birchmeyer. Fields the grounder, throws to Antillian at second. Back to Birchmeyer at first. And that ends the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Bowling Green coming up to bat up 12-6 over the Youngstown State Penguins right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com. Back here at Stellar Field, Bowling Green leading over Youngstown State, 12-6. And the Falcons in full control of this one. A big bottom of the seventh, an 8-run inning. Added on by a scoreless inning for Youngstown State. They've really gone cold as of late the past few innings. Not able to get much offense going. And the Falcons have all the momentum in this one. What changed did you see in that bottom of the seventh that has led to this big lead for Bowling Green, Sam?
Well, offensively for Bowling Green, they were a lot more disciplined in that seventh inning. We see 4 strikeouts to the first 4 innings, and in the sixth and the seventh inning, they were just a lot more disciplined, leading to those opportunities where they had base runners on, and they could knock people in, especially with those errors, and even a double by Horkey, which was huge, and then the triple by Antillian as well. So really patient approaches, looking for the pitch that they want, and overall just better approaches and more quality at bats there in the seventh for Bowling Green.
For BG, it'll be 6, 7, 8. Kurt McKenzie, Zach Corky, Braden Curlis. First pitch to McKenzie. He's down low for a ball. This one down outside for another ball. I believe we have a defensive substitution here. Get you that when we have all the details. 1-1 count. This one up and in for a ball. New pitcher as well. McLean Bank gets into the game for Rover. Over at third base. 2-1 count on McKenzie. Swing and popped up to the right side. Shallow outfield, backing up is Smith, and he makes the catch, the first baseman.
McLean Bank replacing Rover over there. Rover with an error today, but there was a couple more plays that he's had that could have been ruled as an errors, 50-50. So defensive improvement for Youngstown State here in the eighth.
A new pitcher is Mitchell Seymour. Redshirt sophomore right-hander. Seymour's first pitch to Horkey. Down low for a ball. Horkey with a huge 2 RBI double last time up. Came into this game midway through for Cavagadon. This one popped up foul to the right side.
Horkey's seen the ball really well in his at-bats. A little late there, but he's getting his foot down well.
The 1-1. This one grounded to the left side. Going to be fielded foul by McLean Bank. He does not make the same mistake as his predecessor over there at the position.
That one was really close as well, just over the bag foul.
Now on third base for the Penguins, number 1, Brand McLean Banks.
And up to bat now, or still Horkey at the plate. On deck is Braden Curlis. This is the stretch that really got going in that eighth. Horkey had a 2 RBI double. Curlis had an RBI single, and Antillian had an RBI triple. Back-to-back-to-back RBIs by those guys back in the bottom of the eighth. It's a 2-2 count now after that one spiked in the dirt outside on Zach Horkey. believe this is the first appearance of the season by Seymour. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. Nice frame job by Hadley behind the plate to pull it back in. Gets the call from Michael Schultz behind the plate. And down on strikes looking is Horky for the first time today.
Beautiful frame by Hadley. He's done a really nice job back there for the Penguins today overall. And that pitch looked like it crossed outside the zone, but Hadley brought it right back, snagged a strike for the Penguins there, and a strikeout to get the second out of the inning.
First pitch to Curlis. Swinging and missing for the first strike. Seymour now up high, almost hit him in the head. He had to back away from that. And Curlis now with a 1-1 count.
Really close to plunking Curlis there. Now a 2-1 count on Curlis. Taking his time on the mound is Seymour. The 2-1 delivery. This one popped up. Out towards medium depth right field. Fielded by Shannon for the third and final out of the inning. BG goes down 1-2-3 as we head to the top of the ninth. Logan Bell coming on for the Falcons. When we come back, you're listening to BGSU Baseball right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Underwriting sponsorships on Northwest Ohio's community radio station are now available. Get your business's information out to the local community and show your support for 88.1 FM WBGU. For more information regarding underwriting sponsorships at WBGU, visit bgfalconmedia.com. Thanks for your continued support of everything we do here at WBGU 88.1 FM, Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
Back here at Stellar Field, Bowling Green leading Youngstown State 12-6 as we had the top of the ninth. Logan Bell coming on into the game for Bowling Green on the mound. Looking to close this one out for the Falcons, and he's looking to get back on track for himself. He's had a rough season. The senior right-hander, 6 foot 198 from Lisbon, Ohio, David Anderson, high school graduate. Played his freshman year at Akron before transferring to BG, where he's been ever since. Does not have a decision this season. A 23.63 ERA, 5 1/3 innings pitched. This will be his 8th appearance out of the bullpen. 3 strikeouts to 7 walks, allowed 3 doubles and 2 home runs. Opponents hitting .548 against him. His first 2 games of the season, Sam, Logan Bell went 2 innings pitched, did not allow a run. Gave up 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, no extra base hits. He was off to a really good start of his season. The past 5 games have been nothing but disaster for Logan Bell. A 37.84 ERA, 14 earned runs across 3 1/3 innings pitched over his last 5 appearances. 15 hits, 4 walks to just 1 strikeout, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, a wild pitch, and 2 hit by pitches.
Yeah, obviously not the best stretch for Bell, but for him, this could be a huge inning just to get back on track, like we said, kind of for their whole team in today's game, which I believe they have with that 7th inning, and hopefully Bell can conclude the game for Bowling Green here with a nice win.
First pitch, this one lined in left center field. Rounding first and staying there is going to be
Jay Rona there.
Yeah, that's Jay Rona in for Braden Kurger. His first at bat. since coming into the game. That's how efficient Bowling Green pitchers have been. That's the first time that he's seen a pitch. And he starts it off with a single. Cole Smith up to bat now for the Penguins. BG 3 outs away from a win. First pitch to Smith inside for a ball with the fastball.
Smith had that absolute moonshot home run back in the 7th, the solo shot. He's got to be careful with him.
The pitch to him, a little bit of a half swing, got him in between for a strike, 1-1. Final line for C.J. Boudreau, 1 inning pitched, gives up a hit, does not allow a run or a walk, strikes out 1 batter across 17 pitches. Logan Bell leaves it up high and outside for a ball. 2-1 the count. Logan Bell looking to get back on track for Bowling Green. This off speed just misses up high. Count goes to 3-1. Logan Bell's last time out was Saturday against Kent State. Went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 6 runs, 2 of them earned, 4 hits, a walk, a strikeout, a double home run, wild pitch allowed across 29 pitches. Bell almost falls down off the left side of the mound after delivering that pitch, but it's in there for a strike. And the count goes full to 3-2.
Yeah, he gave it all he had on that one. Just rearing back, throwing a strike there, and he just almost fell over, like you said, towards first base.
Tough footing with the landing spot. That one's better, and it's popped straight up, but out of play. Back of the bleachers, past them. So we'll do it again. Full count, 3-2. Still nobody out in the inning. Runner on first is Jay Rona. Came into the game for Braden Kurger. Logan Bell comes set. The right-hander's 3-2 delivery. This one driven right field. Coming in is Parker. It's going to settle in front of him. Parker may have lost in the sun. I think Parker lost that one into the sun. He was coming in for it, pulled up at the last second, and it landed about 5 feet right in front of him in right field.
And I think that's actually Bates in right field now, number 1.
It is Bates. Apologies there.
Parker, I believe, moving over to center.
Left fielder, Nathan Beckley.
Indeed, he is. So that's Caden Bates that lost it in the sun. Good correction there.
Both Caden.
Indeed, they are. This one, flied out center field. This one to Caden Parker. And Parker makes the catch to retire Beckley. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Runners on first and second for Youngstown State in the form of Cole Smith on first and Jay Rona on second.
The shortstop,
Garrett Cutting up to bat. A double play here ends the game for Bowling Green.
Yeah, they're playing up the middle here for Seidel and Antillion. Double play defense with 1 away.
First pitch here to Cutting from Bell. Down and outside in the dirt for a ball. One out in the inning. Bowling Green up 12-6 here in the top of the ninth. Logan Bell pitching for the Falcons. Bell's 1-0. Swing and a miss. Up high. Foul tipped into the back of McKenzie's glove for a strike. Count goes to 1-1.
Bell really dusted Cutting on that. Very late there.
Bell comes set, taking his time. The 1-1 delivery misses outside with the off-speed. McKenzie liked it, just a bit outside. Count now 2-1 on Garrett Cutting. Cutting is grounded out the short, flown out to right, singled and driven in a run, and grounded out to third. Lines this one to the left field. That's going to settle in front of Horky. Coming around third is Rona. He's going to score without a throw. It's now 12-7 Bowling Green. After the RBI single by Garrett Cutting.
Yeah, Cutting's struggled defensively with those 2 errors at shortstop, but he's having a decent offensive game. That's his second RBI of the game. 2 for 5 on the night for the shortstop for Youngstown State.
The right fielder, Brady Shannon.
Second RBI of the game brings up Brady Shannon. Shannon has walked, hit a triple, struck out looking, and grounded out to third today. He scored twice. First pitch to him, in there for a strike on the outer side of the plate. Still one out in the top of the ninth. This one spiked in the other batter's box by Bell. Each runner going to advance a base. So Cole Smith goes from second to third. Garrett Cutting goes from first to second.
And for Bell, it looks like he just got to really find that confidence up there. Some control issues as of late as well.
The entire infield is going to meet at the mound. Not a mound visit, just the infield meeting there. Going to try to calm down Logan Bell. He spiked that one in the other batter's box. It wasn't anywhere close.
And we talked about in pregame, 5 games in a row for Bowling Green pitching where they've given up 8 runs. That 8th run is at third base right now. So at risk of continuing that streak if Shannon gets another RBI.
1-1 count on Brady Shannon. Logan Bell comes set from the stretch, delivers to the plate, up high and outside. Count goes to 2-1. Logan Bell trying to settle in here. Still struggling with command, which has been a problem for him as of late. This one fouled off to the back behind us up here in the press box. Count goes even to 2-2. A strikeout would go a long way for Logan Bell right here.
And Bowling Green's got a righty warming up in the bullpen.
They do, just in case Bell can't get the job done. 2-2 pitch by Logan Bell. Check swing as it's up and in. Shannon did not go around, and the count goes full to 3-2.
Almost hit Shannon there. We've seen a few hit by pitches in today's game.
Eli Brown on deck for Youngstown State. The 3-2 pitch cut the outside corner. Logan Bell gets the strikeout.
That is the 5th looking strikeout for the Penguins today.
They're not going to be happy about that. Cannot let yourself go down 5 times in a game without putting a swing on it and having a chance. Eli Brown, last chance for Youngstown State to stay in this one. They're down to their final out, runner on second and third. This one fouled to the back. First pitch. Brown today has struck out swinging twice. He's grounded out to short and singled his most recent time at the plate. The 0-1 pitch is down low for a ball.
Brown with that base hit in the 8th inning, right up the middle.
Eli Brown, the Bowling Green kid. Waits the 1-1 from Logan Bell. Catches the zone. Count goes to 1-2. Youngstown State down to their final strike. Bell comes set. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Eli Brown strikes out against his hometown team as Bowling Green gets back on their winning ways, defeating Youngstown State 12-7 here at Stellar Field. We'll take a break, come back with you to recap this one. BG back in the winning column, defeating Youngstown State 12-7. Logan Bell back-to-back strikeouts to end the game in the top of the 9th. You're listening to BGSU Baseball, an orange and brown winner, right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hey, it's Reese Patrikas, and you're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Continue the WBGU experience online by engaging with our social media profiles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to our feeds to stay connected with the local community and receive information about special events and programming. Like us and share our content to help build the WBGU audience. 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green is Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
My name is Jim. I'm a veteran, and I lost both legs in Vietnam. My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
I'm Julius. I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission, helping veterans of all generations get the benefits they've earned.
I'm Cece. My victory was finishing my education.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
When my son saw a redwood tree,
it's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Back here at Stellar Field, Bowling Green winners over Youngstown State 12-7. Here today, Falcons get back in the winning column after dropping the 3-game series 2-1 against Kent State over the weekend. A much-needed win for the confidence of this Bowling Green team, Sam.
Yeah, the confidence more than anything there is huge for Bowling Green. And also the pitching. We talked a lot about that in the pregame show, or the pregame talk, and they were very good today. 7 runs, but they also had 11 strikeouts and only 1 walk. And Nate Kress in his first start of the season, 3 runs, but only 1 of them earned. So just a good pitching performance overall by Bowling Green. It should give them some confidence heading into the Central Michigan series.
Definitely should. As you mentioned, that Central Michigan series next. They head to Central this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday is a 3 p.m. start time. Saturday and Sunday, 1 p.m. start times. We will not have any calls for that series, but we will continue to have coverage on bgfalconmedia.com. It was really that the defensive errors in that 8th inning that really opened everything up for this Bowling Green team here today.
Yeah, 3 errors for the Penguins. Came into the game talking about how they were one of the worst defensive teams in the Horizon League with 35 errors coming in. But yeah, 3 errors overall. They had a couple of them that were also just kind of mental defensive mistakes there with like Rover misplaying that ball at third base and such like that. So defense for Youngstown State was definitely not the best.
Definitely not. Much needed win for Bowling Green. Pitching was a lot better in this matchup. Nate Kress, like you mentioned, 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, just 1 of them earned. The big thing that sticks out to me, 1 walk to 11 strikeouts. A very good strikeout to walk ratio for this Falcons pitching squad here today. And some other standout performances. You look at Caden Parker, a 3-hit day for him. In terms of the RBI category, Brady Birchmeyer, Sam Seidel, Zach Corky each drive in 2 runs apiece. Logan Bell shuts it down for the Falcons with 2 strikeouts at the top of the 9th. Carson Silva gets his first win of the season. Gavin Wilms goes to 0-2 on the year for Youngstown State. And overall, just an 8th inning explosion for this Bowling Green team. They score more runs that inning the Youngstown State scores in the entire game. So your final takeaways before we head off the air in this one, Sam.
Yeah, just a good momentum builder for Bowling Green overall. Like I said, pitching was pitching was a lot better today. Base running was probably their biggest weakness, getting picked off or caught stealing 3 times, so that's definitely something they want to work on. But a big takeaway for me as well is 16 hits for Bowling Green, all without Garrett Wright, so their offense is still definitely thriving for the Falcons.
Definitely is. Before we go off air, a couple thank yous I want to send around. First, you joining me second baseball call of the year for you. Great calling with you as always.
Yeah, same. It was a great game to call with you.
Also like to thank Nate Henners back in the WBGU 88.1 FM studios in the Cooling Center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. Couldn't get on air without you punching the buttons and moving the sliders there back in the studios, doing a great job as always. So for Sam Morris, Nate Henners, this is Tyler Kavlich from the Falcon Media Sports Network saying have a great day and stay safe, everyone. This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to BGFalconMedia.com.